Cyberpunk Uncensored.
Hey, we're officially live now. Hopefully everybody can hear us and see us.
Hello.
As always,
Hello.
chat, everybody that's here nice and early, just let us know if you can't hear anybody, anybody's frozen, any of that good stuff, and we'll get it fixed as we go. This is our official monthly Cyberpunk RED gameplay for Team Ghost. I'll get into like a little breakdown of Team Ghost and just do like a mini recap to get us up to today's session in just a moment. But before we do that, let's go around the table, have everybody introduce themselves, tell people where they can find you online, and then not in person, obviously. You don't need to give out your address or anything. Just tell them where they can find you online. That's good enough. And then introduce your character. So yeah, let's start it off with Scoops over here.
Alrighty, it's been a hot minute. So, hi everyone. My name is Sean. As said, I play the Media Man, Scoop Gently. Wow, I haven't done that voice in an age. So I am a part of Baby Beard Media, a collective of Australian role players and actors. Our flagship podcast being Roll to Cast, ROLE, where we play a different tabletop game every season with an original story, original music. One of the four of us kind of becomes a storyteller. And we've gone through Cyberpunk 2020 and Cyberpunk RED, as well as Vampire the Masquerade, Pop Cthulhu, and we're currently smack bang in the middle of our Kids on Bikes season with the Invincible Ellen, which Cyberpunk Uncensored fans will know. She's taken the GMing chair, as it were. For myself personally, you can find me at Sean Means John on Twitter, and I'm excited to get back into it. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Pixie?
Hi, I'm Tarabella Ponsmith. I'm here with my puppy Echo. You can find me commonly on Facebook.
Oh yeah. Dust?
Nice.
Greg. I'm introducing everybody by their characters today, sorry.
Oh, Dust. I thought you said fast. I thought you said that was fast. That was fast.
Oh, no. I was saying Dust.
Sorry, I rambled.
But that was fast.
Yeah, no,
Tarabella's always quick and to the point, ready to get into gameplay. I appreciate that.
I'm Greg. You'll find me on YouTube at How to Drink. I was streaming pretty regularly, but I fell way off the wagon. I have stopped streaming for a while, so I'm going to get back to it. But when I do, I'm over at Greg from HTD, and I play Dust, who's kind of a doctor. He's a doctor, a thief, a lover, and a poet. He's those things.
Hell yeah, he is. Gato, Roten.
I'm Roten, Renegade 0420. That's how you find me everywhere I am, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I play Gato, the ambitious neighborhood fixer who does everything to get his team on, well, how should we say, to have a better life.
Oh yeah. That's not an easy task in Night City either.
It's not an easy task. Also, if you've got a street dog who is so nice that he would love to give free medical care to everyone.
That's true too. All right, and Bodak, played by Steve.
Hey everybody, I'm Steve, and I play Bodak, the team's netrunner who also kind of enjoys infiltration and breaking into things whenever he can. I'm the community and content manager over at Sirenscape, so we're the app that makes all the cool sounds that you'll hear in this game, but we make all the visual content for kind of like Cyberpunk RED, Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, Starfinder, Call of Cthulhu, and a host of other really cool games. So you'll find me anywhere where you can find Sirenscape stuff, which is pretty much everywhere, but you'll also find me personally on Twitter, and it is at Cowder. I finally checked it up, and that is definitely who I am.
Nice. Yep, and definite shout out to Sirenscape, an official sponsor here at Cyberpunk Uncensored, and like Steve said, they add awesome sounds to the gameplay, whether in person around the table or virtually online like we're doing right here. So check that out. I also, I'll introduce myself. I'm GM Rob Mulligan, the founder of Cyberpunk Uncensored. We do a bunch of gameplay, tutorials, series, panels, all kinds of stuff. Just check out everything that we have on YouTube and also on Twitch. I would really appreciate the subscribe, the follow. Also, everybody watching the stream, please grab the link to our Twitch channel and give it a share, whether on Facebook, Twitter, on a Discord. Just help us promote the stream. I would really appreciate that. And like I said before, shout out to all of our sponsors, Lion Banner Games, Cyberfight Clothing, Sirenscape, Modifius Entertainment. Lots of gameplay coming from me, not just here with monthly and weekly games, but we're also doing Fallout, rocking a Friday game for Fallout every week on the Mad Queen channel, Cyberpunk RED on the Sirenscape channel every Thursday, getting ready to start up some Dune, a couple other things too. I'm going to be starting to play some Choo with Weave the Tale. I'm pretty much going to be streaming every day of the week, so just subscribe, follow, tune in. I would love that. So yeah, let's get into Team Ghost, which is pretty much a team with some of the edge runners were hiding out for some while. They've had a rough past with a big-time crime boss guy who helps kind of lead up the triad and stuff. So he's nothing to shake a stick at. He's a big baddie. So the team has been kind of laying low for months. They just kind of got back into it and partnered up with some new edge runners, Scoop and Dust, to try to maybe make some money in a different way and start up this sort of portable Ripper Doc med tech sort of team. But to get started, obviously they need to rack up on some supplies and such. One of their hookups and contacts, an NPC that goes by Nightingale. Hit them up. She works out of a clinic with, I believe it's Father John. I want to make sure I get the name right.
Father John.
Yeah, at St. Mary's. And yeah, she basically hit up Dust and Gato saying, hey, I know medical supplies have been low in the city lately. No one's been able to source them and such. I got word from one of my contacts that a train on the old metro system used for running supplies and private transpo actually broke down or something underneath South Night City. We're slammed here at the clinic. If you guys can maybe go there, jack the shit off the train. Apparently it's supplies for trauma team. Fuck them. Let's start, go get the supplies. We'll split them 50-50. Then both of us can start helping the community in the ways that we do. So that's what the team agreed to do. They broke into this subway station. They got down there. It looked like the train was broken down, but then they found that a bomb went off in the tunnel, which made it stop. The driver, the security were dragged out of the train. They were murdered. A bunch of supplies were pulled out of the train. There's a bunch more on the train. And as the team were just starting to go through it, I believe Dust actually got the train on, did a good tech roll and stuff, and got the engine running. And just as everybody was looking around, and some of the 6th Street was carrying some bodies out to their car and some supplies. Because I know Dust and everyone's trying to get all of them on the train, but they're also putting some supplies on the vehicle. So they have options of getting some shit out of there.
Yeah.
But during all that, Bodak got into the system, hopped into the cameras. The second he finally got into the cameras, he noticed some people hiding behind pillars and down there in the subway. They jumped out in a sort of ambush situation. Did I miss anything important?
No, that sounds right.
Okay, perfect.
Well,
what was that?
Only perhaps that we were planning to, that Bodak is planning a route to some other place for the train so that we can
That's right.
go there there with the train.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Bodak had that map and stuff of the system, and he was kind of just seeing if there's an alternate route. But before he was going to send that to Dust or get into that, he wanted to use his actions to access that camera and did, and that's when he kind of stopped it. Is that right?
Right.
Yeah, he sent us the footage so that we saw that those people were there, and just that moment.
I'm streaming the footage to their agents.
Two of the 3 people who were downstairs started charging at us.
That's right. Okay, cool. I'm going to bring up the animated subway map here. Shout out to Lion Banner Games. Really love that map.
So awesome.
Yeah, you can see they're in the old subway, the old metro system, covered in dust and garbage. Hasn't been used in a long time. It's strictly used for private transpo. This is where we left off. Those 3 booster gangers just hopped out. They're all hyped up. You saw them getting all hyped. They hopped out. Oh, fuck it, fuck them up, and they all kind of jump out at that moment. Why doesn't everybody give me a perception check? I want to put that versus the stealth of them jumping out, just to see if they get the jump on you, and who's able to see them first. And that doesn't count Bodak. You've already seen them. Just so you know, you're first in line as far as noticing them since you're in the system.
Yeah. Oh, I think I accidentally got kicked out of the game there. Sorry.
Oh no!
I'm coming back. I'm coming back. All right.
Oh, okay.
So Pete's speaking.
I actually, I don't want to get
Scoop
off
nailed it.
topic here, but I cannot see
Yeah.
black to see black.
And Pixie too.
You can't.
Well, I mean, I see like I see avatars like on a black field. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have the plugin?
I thought I did.
Yeah. If not, I've already revealed this map. You can go to Twitch to view it. I'll just have to move your token and kind of
Sure.
run it if it's not working. Let me try to refresh it one time though, just to see if that helps.
You know something? It might be. I might have an idea of why this was the case. Maybe I don't have the plugin necessary on that machine, and I have to load it.
Okay. Well, no big deal. Like I
Maybe.
said, I don't have anything
I'm gonna be 1
hidden
minute.
on this map.
Right.
So if you can't figure it out, just go to Twitch and you'll see it.
Will do.
But yeah, if
Yep.
everybody gives me that perception, let me just check. Nice. That's funny. Bodak did the worst, and he didn't even have to, so he lucked out.
Yeah, and I hit the button just as you said I didn't need to.
Yeah, great rolls. These guys are all hyped up, and you can see when they jump out. All of you pretty much notice them before they're able to do the action. They think they're getting the jump on you, but being so hyped and yelling out, "Let's fuck them up" and all that. All of you kind of like notice them as they're trying to jump out and be stealthy. And with those great perception rolls, you also notice a few things. Pixie and Scoop, both of you notice that they all have like synth coke on their face. You can tell they're hyped up on that shit. Pixie especially
Great, awesome.
sees it, recognizes it immediately. The other thing that both of you notice, Scoop and Pixie, is they have piranha tattoos. You see like one on the hand of the guy that comes out, one on the neck of the girl that jumps out. No major rep check to know. Scoop, being a media, Pixie solo and street work and stuff, you recognize them as the Piranhas.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the Piranhas gang. And just give me a 1d10, Pixie and Scoop. Just want to check a little rep and see how much you know about them.
Now, my apologies. The most basic. Oh wait, here we go. Here's that little dice.
Yeah, on the left, just hit that. And oh, nice, both of you. Yeah, both of you recognize them as the Piranhas. And the slightly odd thing about this is like they're not necessarily known for like battling and ambushes or even like big robberies of a train like this appears to be or anything like this. They're usually a party gang. They deal in drugs, things like that. Not to say that they can't be hired to do stuff like this here and there, but just at face value, both of you are, I don't know, this is usually a party gang.
Bit out of character.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. But yeah, all of you, like I said, got the jump on them, so let's do initiative. If you want to select your token and then click initiative.
I'm not actually sure I understand how to do that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, if you make sure you're on that arrow symbol and then just click your token on the map, which I think you're over near the train.
I see myself.
Or by the bodies. Yeah, if you click that and then open your character sheet, there's a button that says initiative.
Under character?
It's combat tab.
Combat.
That
Right. You can tell how long it's been for us.
Yeah, I've been looking for it myself whilst we were talking earlier.
I really.
Here, I can do it.
Oh, I see. Okay, now I get it.
Oh, you got it.
I also I'm not a Roll20 native. I've never. This is the first game I've ever played with Roll20.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Bodak first, since he, like I said, he noticed them first, and then we'll kind of carry down the initiative, since Pixie and Bodak tied. So, Bodak.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so can you remind me, Rob, what do I have access to through this network node?
Yeah, give me 1 second. You are... you have access to the hologram ad that you see there. That's just on loop. The escalators, intercom system, the cams, locks, lights, the back gate, and fire suppression.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no sort of like defense system or anything active down here currently?
I guess there's not a great deal I can really do from the network point. I don't want to leave the network because we're going to need it later. So I'll just start relaying information over to the team over the comms of where these guys are, where they're moving, just to make sure that there's no surprises.
Okay, cool. Pixie?
Well, I've got my gun out because I've been waiting for these guys, figuring they're around here somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the guy that just popped out. That's front and center.
Okay. This guy right here.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I got a 27.
Oof.
Yep,
Nice.
you beat him. He could not dodge that. Give me the damage.
Damage is also a 27.
Nice.
Wow.
That's 2 sixes.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Give me the critical.
I don't have the critical table on.
Just do a 2d6.
All right.
Pixie coming in hot.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, really. Seriously, that's insane.
He's not wasting any time.
I'm trying to figure out how to handle that as a character.
Welcome back. Your arm's blown off.
That's funny. It is dismembered arm. Dismembered.
Yes.
The dismembered arm is
Yes!
gone. You drop any items in that hand. Base death save increased by 1 plus the amount of damage that he took. You see him just scream out as the arm kind of goes flying off of his body. Blood spraying. He takes a knee screaming. He drops his very heavy pistol and he's just screaming out.
I bet.
I say, nah. Any more Coke?
Gotcha.
Just a second.
Which one was that on the map?
This one right here in the
That
center.
one?
Yeah, this one right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a guy here.
Center boy.
There's a girl back here by this pillar. And then there's a
Yeah.
guy over here at the bottom of the escalators. Just 3 of them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And distance won't matter with these. These are all contested. Between their reflex and their coke, they're contested. So you don't even have to worry about distance with weapons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll just, as I had pulled my very heavy pistol last time, I'll just try to shoot that one over here.
This
Very
is
good.
my audio a bit low. Sorry, Capricious. Hopefully that just fixed it. All right, yeah, go for it. Give me your.
Okay, just a second.
Guys, how do you do the ruler? How do you drag a ruler?
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to figure out for a
If
couple
you
minutes.
look at the side key, there's like a circle with a ruler symbol, and if you click
Yeah, I
on
got
that, go down to no snapping, and then you can put
Oh,
it
okay.
anywhere. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a 20.
Yep, that's a hit.
30 meters.
Which one were you shooting at?
Yeah.
Sorry. Which? You were shooting at this guy?
That one.
Okay,
Yeah, the one on the very
girl.
left.
Okay. Yep, give me the damage.
Did these guys ever shoot at us?
Not yet.
Not yet.
They jumped out, but you actually got the jump on them because you beat their.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like
a
kind of came out and
15
yelled and
2
screamed.
sixes.
Yeah.
15 and 2 6s. So,
Wow. Okay, yeah. Give me.
just a second.
Damn, nailing them with the critical injuries right off the
Critical
bat.
injury is 2d6, right?
2d6, yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
3.
Dismembered hand. The dismembered hand is gone. You drop any items dismembered, instantly death penalty, just like dismembered arm, except it's the hand. I'll say she drops her submachine gun, screaming out, blood spraying. Your team is dismembering people left and right.
Sounds
Okay,
like a
that's
gang
very,
name.
that's very heavy.
Oh my! Oh no!
Yeah, she just screams out. Dust.
Oh man, which one was the one that just got her hand shut off? Sorry, I'm trying to pay attention
This,
here.
this
Very left hand side.
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
this
Farther
girl,
there.
hand. This guy
Oh,
arm.
God.
This
So if
person-
I have a move of 7, that means I can move 14 meters, and then I can double that if all I do is run.
Exactly.
Okay. So 14. That's what 28. So I would just make it to about there. Dust just runs sprinting towards this person whose arm has just been shot off.
Okay.
And is just moving as quickly as humanly possible. That's my action for the turn.
Yeah, Scoop.
Alrighty. Is it safe to say that from where Scoop is, because he's inside the train, could he open a window to be able to kind of shoot out of a window and provide himself with a bit of cover?
Yeah, the windows don't open on this cargo one.
Yeah.
They're just kind of solid, but the door is slid open. You could easily,
Yeah.
hang out, shoot, go back behind it.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, then, if Scoop notices the one that hasn't been shot at the moment, so all the way down here,
Yep.
he's going to kind of the door will still be open. He'll just pop his back against the wall, chance a sneak around. Once he catches line of sight, he pulls out his heavy pistol and he's going to try and aim a shot straight towards his coked up chum.
Oh, yeah. If it's a rate of fire at 2, you can give me both of them if you're going to pop off 2 rounds too, if you want.
Just one.
Okay. Is it very heavy?
Yeah, it's a heavy pistol.
I think heavy has a rate of
Boom.
fire of 2. Just double check that.
Oh.
I think
Heavy
it's
has a
very-
rate of fire. Only
Yeah.
heavy,
Okay.
very heavy has a 1.
Yeah.
All
Alright,
the
well,
other
then let's
have 2.
That's a hit.
change that. So fire twice. Let's do that. And
It's unbelievable that you guys are getting crit successes and such high rolls, and I'm getting crit fails over here. But yeah, both of those are a hit, so you can give me both damage.
Well,
Today is
lucky.
crazy.
oh, alrighty. 15 on one and 8 on the other.
Nice. 23.
Bit of a crit going on.
No crit.
No
Or
crit.
Yeah, just
Right.
pop hits him in the chest, in the shoulder,
Amen.
some blood spray. Looks like it did some significant damage to him. The guy over here laying on the ground is just kind of rolling around the ground, holding his arm and freaking out. You can tell he's just turning white. That was a serious injury. The girl back here kind of like dives behind this pillar. You can't really see what she's doing or whatever, but her hand is on the ground with the submachine gun. But she dives behind that pillar. The guy back here, he takes a shot at Scoops. Or no, did you use your movement to go back in the train?
I didn't say I did.
But you said that prior to going, so I assumed.
Yeah, I
I
said he
didn't wanna
backed
take
himself
that for
against
you.
the wall and then peeked out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then we'll just have
Yes.
him. Yeah. No, that's fine. No, he takes a shot off over at Pixie, since Gato's is this Pixie right here?
Yeah.
And this is Gato behind
That's
her.
me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He takes a shot at Pixie.
All right. I get a roll evasion.
Yeah, because you've got the reflex to do it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, just got to beat a 13.
I got a 23.
Nice.
Hey!
Yeah, you dodge that. He takes another shot at you.
Rolling rocks.
18.
I got a secondary 23.
Unbelievable. All right, cool. Yeah, 2 shots at
Pretty
you.
easy.
You dodge them like a ninja. And yeah, he takes those shots and then he kind of backs back behind the escalator. But back over to Bodak.
Yeah, I think time for a bit of psychological warfare. So I'm going to grab the camera footage of the guy having his arm blown off, zoom it in, splice it into the hollow feed, and then into the tannoy, I'm going to pipe through some David Noir tracks. So they've now got this video footage of this guy's arm just being blown off repeatedly, with Noir screaming about no mercy.
Nice.
Oh, please record that. We need that for the garden.
Yeah.
Nobody knows that Noir is really dead,
That's funny.
except for us.
And and the hope is that this is going to freak these guys out and maybe make them more inclined to stop what they're doing.
Leave.
Oh yeah, it's just putting right in their face the extreme damage that they just took and just the severity of this encounter for them. But yeah, you get that up in the hologram. It's a gory sight to see. Pixie.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my move action to move straight down here. And then... Does that put me within range to shoot the far right woman?
You can see both of them. You can see the guy on the side of the escalator that's kind of crouching down. With, he notices you running across. Obviously, he just took shots at you. And then you see the girl over by the pillar, and she's leaning up against the pillar, and it looks like she's wrapping like a part of her shirt that she took off around her wrist to stop the bleeding. She looks like she's trying to do some first aid to herself, maybe.
I mean, she will hopefully be smart enough to not die.
Also, Pixie, you use an assault rifle. Your optimum range of fire is between 26 and 50 meters, so you're totally good there.
Fair. I'm gonna take a shot at the guy by the escalators.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go for it. And just so you know, not that the team has needed it at all, but since you started the stream, there has been rewarded a couple +2s. But you guys have been just...
Oh, thank you.
You guys are dominating. I
Nailing
don't
it.
think you need them yet.
No, I rolled a 22 to attack.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Of course you did.
Yeah, that's a hit. Give me the damage.
That's a 14 damage.
Yeah, that guy kind of...
I made this character difficult.
Yeah, he takes a knee from that hit. You can tell he's hanging on by a few hit points. But he does raise his gun up. You know, he's not fully out or anything. But yeah, that hit lands. And now over to Gato.
Just a second. I need to check how far away everybody is.
Well, don't forget, they're contesting. Although, well, there's no contesting with him. He's on the negative to the point that Coke does him no good. So yeah, check your distances with those two if you want.
I can move 12 meters. Yeah, well, she's behind cover, so
Yeah.
I'll move there. I'll move my 12 meters. That brings me here. And then, just a second. How far away is that? That's 10 meters, okay. Then I'll just pop off another shot.
Okay. Yeah, what's the
15.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for checking the distance for me. So yeah, give me your that says brawling.
Sorry. I took the wrong one.
Throw a punch from 15.
What a power move.
That is a far...
That's a 23.
Nice. Yeah, that's a hit. I'd say give me the damage.
Gato got long arms.
Whew.
Go gadget.
Damn.
Go gadget.
And that's another
Go
crit
Gato,
too.
And it's a crit again.
Yeah, give me
Oh my
2d6. I mean, you've already ended her life with this shot, but give me the 2d6. Let's see what it is, and then you can describe it all if you want. A collapsed lung. But I mean, you killed her with a shot, and then the collapsed lung, an additional 5 points. I mean, this is an overkill, so you can go ahead and describe how you end this girl.
Well, as I just do a quick shot, bullet just goes right. Well, she's standing like to the side of me, so it just goes right below the arm into the body. And I guess she might be wearing armor or something, so the bullet just flattens, and the whole back of the body, the whole other side of the body just gets blown out.
Yeah. Yeah, and she just slumps down as that half just kind of explodes out and falls to the ground. Dust?
So the person I was sprinting towards who lost their arm, still alive? I may have missed that. I
Still
was looking up
alive,
some
yeah,
movie.
yeah. No, he's just on the ground.
Mortally wounded?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. He's
Okay, I'm stabilizing. That's my... I'm going to move over to them, dive. I finished my sprint, dive into him, and I am in the process of rolling to stabilize. I can't treat his arm because it's a surgery thing, and that takes like 4 hours, but I
Yeah.
think that I'm just thinking about like overall what that would involve. Like I guess it would just be a like a tourniquet and like whatever it is that you would stabilize a person in this situation.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll say that at least gets rid of the penalty that he would have if he were into the death save mode, which is borderline. So this at least stabilize him, get him.
So is he seriously wounded?
Yeah, he's borderline.
Okay. Seriously wounded, and that is a tech skill, and that is I think I would go
15 or 13.
Paramedic. I'm rolling right now. I needed a 13 to hit 13. If it's seriously wounded, so he is stabilized. And as I'm doing that, I'm just like trying to yell out as loud as I can over the din of combat as I am like wrapping a bandage around this guy's arm. Can we all just stop shooting now, please? No more. Lots of huge waste of resources. Just screaming that at the top of my lungs.
Yeah, and as you're yelling that, obviously you can hear all the gunshots going on and noises in combat. Just trigger some of those because we have it. Sirenscape is awesome. Let's use it.
There you go.
But yeah, he yells that out. Scoops.
I told you, Doc Dust is just too nice.
Pixie says back, stop the fun.
And Scoops, you hear him yelling all that out and the shit going down. You see him go over and kind of help tie off the guy bleeding out. What are you doing?
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, look, Scoop was the one who kind of said we should be wary in the first place for some of this bullshit to happen. So he kind of like, he pops his head out. He just goes, "Hey, are we stopping the fight? What are we doing? And he kind of like, he'll move a couple of steps out, still aiming his gun down where he last saw the person at the very bottom there go around. He goes, "Hey, Hustlebum, you gotta think about stopping now before we blow your third arm off as well. We got two hands, we may as well make it a collection unless you're gonna put up arms now." And he'll hold the gun, but he won't shoot.
Okay. Yeah, you say all that, and you hear that guy.
You're wondering which one is Hustlebum.
Yeah, and you can hear the guy behind the escalator just yell out, like, "Oh, what the fuck? Percy, what's up?" And then the guy that's near you, Dust, the guy that you just kind of wrapped up his dismembered arm and bleeding out, turning white, he's just wriggling. He's like, "Okay, all right, stop, stop. All right, everyone, stop shooting, stop. It's all right. All right, fuck. You guys aren't even hurt anyways. Hey, we're just doing a job here. Let's just, everyone calm down. Stop. Fuck, stop." And the other guy kind of steps out from the escalator. I'm just on the edge of it, and he's just holding his gun up, kind of stopping. We can keep this somewhat in order, Bodak, but they did stop fighting, so feel free, anybody that wants to interject, talk to each other at this moment, or plan things out, whatever.
Yeah, so the guy that's just stepped out from behind the escalator, he's still got his gun held up, hasn't he? But he's like not threatening. Right,
yeah. When the guy, Percy, apparently, that he was yelling out to, the guy bleeding out, said, "Stop, just, you're not even her, fuck it, everyone stop." He kind of like walked out, hold his gun, whoa. Yeah.
So over the tannoy, I'm just going to kind of say, drop your weapon. You've got a high caliber rifle aimed at your head.
Yeah, you see him kind of like looking around, and he just like puts his gun down. He's like, all right. The guy on the ground just looks to you, Dusty. He's like, "Fuck, we're just doing a job. You're not even hurt. Let's
I don't know these people that well. I had no idea they were going to do that. I had no idea. I am very sorry. I'm very, very sorry."
Hey, Scoop.
I saw an arm on the stairs. I saw an arm on the stairs back on the way in that I was going to harvest. Maybe I can fit it here.
Hey, Scoop doesn't exactly enjoy being fighter. You mind telling Scoop and the rest of the people here what this job was that you're being paid to do?
He's like, "Oh, hold on." He's like, look. He kind of like gets up on his feet, one knee, and he's like staggering up. He's like, hold on. It's good. Just doing a job. We're just, you're not even her. We're supposed to just kill this broad, set it up like she's stealing some shit, get out of here quick and easy. Fuck it. This wasn't supposed to be you. We're sorry. Look, we're just going to get out of here. He starts kind of walking backwards towards the escalators. And the other guy that put down his pistol has his hands up. He's kind of like going to the escalators too.
Just a second. as we don't kill that guy, the one who is not really hurt, he can as well help us to get out that stuff into the trucks.
That's great.
More manual labor, man.
Come on.
Outsource.
Come on, we already stole Pixie some of the fun, so at least that guy can help us to get some stuff into the transports.
I'm glad you didn't.
Dust is, if we're kind of out of initiative, Dust is going to survey the damage and see if anybody else is like needing of stabilization and is severely wounded. The one girl died, right? The one we shot off.
Oh yeah, the girl's
Yeah.
dead back there behind the pillar. The other guys don't even seem to notice her. They're more focused on, like, obviously the guy with his arm is more focused on getting the fuck out of there. He's pasty white. The other one took some damage. That was by the escalator, not as much as the others. But still,
Probably tell from a distance that he's basically fine.
pretty badly injured, but he's okay, you know.
Yeah.
I'll actually
Mechanically,
check
he's not wounded in a way that I would need to stabilize.
Right. But yeah,
I'll
the guy walking backwards though with the missing arm, he just keeps repeating himself as he's walking towards the escalators backwards, looking at you, Dust, and everyone. Like, I look, you guys aren't even hurt. It was a simple hit. I apologize. It's good, just a mistake, right? And he just starts backing up.
I just nod and smile and say, "You're in a state of shock. Don't wander into the subway tunnels. It's a bad idea in your condition to go out that way. Just sit tight. Why don't you just have a seat? Just take a seat." That's all I'm saying to that guy.
Okay, I'll check what that girl we shot has with her, because she definitely dropped her submachine gun, so there will be at least some spare ammunition and so on.
Yeah, you can do that. You go over. Yeah, she has. You see the hand dismembered, still holding onto the submachine gun. She had an extra clip on her, full. The submachine gun had a full clip in it. She didn't even get a chance to get a round out. Aside from that, we'll say she has 1d10 eddies on her. If you want to roll a 1d10, she had that many eddies on her. And then she had her agent. That's about it.
I'll actually take that agent too, and oh, she didn't have any synth coke or anything left.
No, she didn't.
Shame.
Pity. It would have been a nice gift for Pixie, or for Dust. As I remember last time, he would have liked to have some of the. Oh, it's
Just like the party.
candy.
He's down with whatever pharmaceuticals are at hand. He's equal opportunity.
Last time he
Research.
asked,
You just got to test the product.
Yeah.
last time he actually asked whether it looked like Pixie would be in the mood of sharing.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, yes, yeah. In a way, of like, because an addict isn't going to share. They're busy. They have problems. There's a difference. There's a difference.
Pixie will
Sorry,
share.
my,
She'll find a way to get more.
Oh, okay. I want to
My
try
memory
and
might
one
be,
armed guy. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, so I was just going to say, my memory might be shocking, but they mentioned that there was meant to be a broad here, and that was the person that was meant to be here instead of us. Do we know anything about that, or is that new, strange information?
That's totally new for us, as far as I know.
Yeah.
That's what he's
I haven't
saying.
been able to comment because I'm up at the top, but we were sent here by Nightingale, so
So I think that is the piece of information that Scoop kind of latches onto, and he'll kind of walk up to the individuals like, tell Scoop more about that plan. Who's this broad? Who's this person you're meant to see? Start speaking. Give old Scoop the scoop.
Yeah, give me a persuasion, and you got a +4 on that because of this situation this guy's in. But he's backing up, looking at Dust, and as he's backing up, holding arm, and he keeps repeating that same shit. You're not even hurt. It's cool. We're just leaving. He's backing up towards the escalator. You walk behind him, he kind of bumps into you and turns around, and you say that shit to him, catching him off guard. He's startled.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah,
no
he
telling.
he just turns around. And he says, it's just a job. We're just supposed to take out this chick, make it look like she's still. Look, and he holds up his agent, and you see a picture of Nightingale.
Okay.
Huh. So that, all right, calm down.
You're not
Gonna
hurt.
Talk slower.
It's cool. You're not hurt. We'll just go. We could just go.
You're right. You could Scoop's gonna let you go in just a minute. Just answer Scoop one last question.
Okay.
Who's the person who's the person? He like tries to like replicate slower breathing, like eye contact with this person. So do it with me now. Breathe in
Yeah.
and breathe out.
Breathe
Now,
in.
Scoop.
He holds up a bag of synth. Breathe in.
No. Oh, okay. That works too. Who hired you?
It's just a job, man. Our boss, man, our leader, Hayes. He just said, "Come here, do this chicken, make it look like she's stealing shit. Get the fuck out of here. You guys obviously aren't them. It's all you. You guys can have at it. Whatever."
And he says, Scoop is gonna take that agent off you now, and then you are gonna make your way away.
Yeah, you easily take it out of his hand. He's scared. He's just okay, yeah, we're leaving. It's all good. He starts backing up.
He takes the agent and he sidles out the way and allows the person to do what he needs.
Okay. Anybody else got anything to say or do as he's heading up the escalator with his partner and leaving?
Pixie says, "You think the other two schmucks are still out by the car waiting to come down because they heard shots?"
Oh, they will come down.
Yeah, you still got Tiny
Street.
and Biggs loading up the car with some shit. That's right, from 6th Street.
Tiny and Biggs.
They're 6th Street. They won't run away. They're actually a combat gang.
Yeah, that's true.
Already wondered how long it would take till they come down to have some part of the fun too. And again, they weren't paid to fight anyway. They were just paid to
Move stuff.
to load that stuff.
Yeah, and you see these guys hitting the escalator on their way out. They're just like looking all of you over, terrified, and just like looking at each other. He busts out some more of his synth coke, does some more, hands it to his buddy. They do it. They get up to the top and are leaving. As they're leaving, you can also see Tiny coming back in, and he steps in. He's just like, "Yo, Biggs has it loaded up. Anything else we're taking out?" And then he sees those two kind of walking past him. Oh shit! So you guys got into something, huh?
And he yeah. Hey, as kind of the people are leaving and Little and Biggs heading their way down, Scoop kind of just directs it to everyone. Scoop hasn't been here in a hot minute. Do any of you? Does the name Hayes mean anything to any of you? Apparently, that's the person who ordered this hit. But
does it?
Pixie would know because earlier rep check, Pixie and Scoop know about piranhas. They remember them being like a party gang and typically doing fun, sadistic party style things. But Pixie, on the other hand, a little more current than Scoop in the city, she knows Hayes is doesn't know him personally, but has heard Hayes is the leader of the piranhas, at least that sect of piranhas.
Do I know anything about them? About Hayes?
Yeah, I would say you would know, being the fixer, you'd know that they have they have like a little home base, at least that sect that Hayes runs in this part of Piranhas. They have a little home base that they run out of an old frat house over on the edge of the combat zone that hits the university.
Okay.
You at least know something about that.
Okay.
Frat gang. Got it.
Your party gang.
Correct Scoop if he's wrong, but those boys over there, they had a big piranha on their shoulder. It means they're part of the piranha gang. Then I usually want to do a job like this that seems a little bit, out of the ordinary.
Seems a bit off. I think we should have a talk to Hayes after we've got all that stuff out of here.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we got that train going yet?
It's ready to go. Bodak, do we have a place to take it?
Yeah, so with the fighting all finished, Rob, I'll try and figure out the best route to get the train out of here.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but in previous session, I think you had the map. I'm not going to make you roll to basically see that the train is on the tracks. There's not a lot of driving skills to turn and do things. You're either going forward or backwards. You can't go forward because it's collapsed from that bomb that stopped the train in the first place. Looking at the map going in reverse, as you would imagine, it loops through all the surrounding districts of the city on a bit of a loop. Segues off to a couple areas where maybe they can do maintenance, where maybe it can trade out with carts and do pickups. Other than that, there's typical stops every, we'll say, like handful of blocks. But you can assume it's about the same, where most of them throughout the combat zones and areas are shut doors, welded off, or gated, used many, many years ago. The actual entrances kind of to this transport are more so in the better districts. Like Glen, things like that, there might be an actual in and out to supply.
Okay. I'll pick one that's a few stops away from here then, but somewhere that we can still kind of get people to quickly and easily. And set the train going. And I'm glad you said it's literally a case of just a stop and start, because I have no ability with driving whatsoever, but a train, hopefully, it's just to kind of start the engine up and let it go.
Exactly, yeah, there's not a lot of turning going, and Dust already did the check to be able to at least figure out how to turn it on, and got enough tech to figure out, the throttle forward and backwards at least. I am going to make whoever is in charge of that do just a general land driving check to see if there's a critical fail. You're not going to have to meet a DV to successfully throw it in reverse, but just the start-stop aspect, I just want to see how jerky and fucked up it is, or if you're able to smoothly just make it move.
Also, the guys have relayed to me regarding what these piranhas said. Barrett's going to point out that we should be hitting up Nightingale and letting her know that the piranhas are gunning for her.
She set us up. She knew. I'm 90% sure of that. That's just a solid.
I'm pretty certain that she has, but I don't want the piranhas going to hit her at the church.
Yeah, that would be terrible, but yeah.
Well, perhaps we can get a better deal then, too.
True.
I mean, perhaps we can get a better deal then, too.
Maybe let Father John know instead, then.
So right now it's 50-50, so perhaps now we can get 60-40 or 70-30.
Yeah. Well, who's trying to drive the train? I have no ability to drive anything.
Neither do I.
Yeah, if nobody has drive skill, just look at the associated stat and see who has the highest on that, and at least give me...
Both in.
Asking Pixie, you or me?
I can drive.
Yeah, and
So is the excited teenager.
Yeah.
and let Pixie drive. Boda can tell us where exactly it is, so that I can go there with our van. So that our van is already there.
Okay. The RV
And
and the...
parts of the people. No, we actually stole a van when we were.
Oh, that's right.
at the-
I forgot you guys had that.
and parts of the team can come with me, and the other part with her.
Sure. Yeah, just fill me
Sounds
in.
good.
What's everybody doing? Who's going where? What are you guys doing? Because it's always good to split the team. So fill me in.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's do it.
On the train.
As crazy as the idea is, I really fancy the idea of going on this giant train driven by a teenager. That sounds fun. So I'm going to go for that.
I'm with that
Because
too.
what could go wrong? What could go wrong?
Well, Uncle Scoop is gonna definitely go not on the train. So.
Flipped a coin and I got a 2. I'll take the train.
Okay.
I know the train.
Woo! I got a 17 to drive the train.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you did a great job. Yeah, it's to everyone else. It appears that Pixie is a fucking train engineer or whatever you call him.
Conductor.
She's conductor. Thank you.
Conductor.
She knows her shit. It's looking like she's a pro at this. It's weird.
Just before we leave here, by the way, Rob, I want to do cloak in the network.
Okay. Yeah, give me interface.
Wipe the video footage, and then I'm going to attempt to activate all the fire suppression systems to wash away stuff.
Okay. Yeah, give me your interface.
Yeah, just trying to find. It's been a while since I've done this. Oh, there it is.
Nice.
And I do have the cloak program as well, so I think that gives a +2 to that, if I remember right.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah,
I think.
remind me of that whenever you do that, so I don't forget. Okay, cool. Yeah, I believe that gives you a +2, doesn't it?
I think so. I'm just trying to find it.
Okay. Well, either way, you get that.
Actually, no, it's not. It's not a program. It's not a program. It's just an ability. So it is just a 12.
Wait. An ability? What do you mean?
It's an interface skill. It's like
Right,
Zap,
right.
or it's one of your basic things.
But you
I
didn't
thought
have
it was a
anything to help
program.
that. You didn't have a program to help it though.
No. Not that I can see looking at this.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Either way, that's an excellent roll. But yeah, you cloak that out. Yeah, you hit the fire suppression system as you're leaving, and Dust, Pixie get on the train. Gato, Scoop are heading up towards you. Yeah, you see basically like rust.
So I've got a razor, so I have got a program.
Oh, eraser?
Yeah.
Okay, does that give you a bonus on cloaking, or does that have to do with your perception, somebody being able to see you when you slide and stuff?
Well, I've got a feeling I've copied in the wrong text here, because it says increase all Pathfinder checks you make by +2, which doesn't sound right for a razor, so I think I've copied in the wrong text.
Okay, no sweat. Just look it up. We'll fix that if that was an issue. I'll adjust that 12 to 14 if need be. Either way, 12 is excellent. But yeah, everybody's getting on the train. Everybody else is heading up to head out. You hit the fire suppression. This rust-colored water is spraying out over everything. It goes for a few moments before it comes out a little bit clearer. Still not clear. Very old system here. But everything's getting soaked in this rusty muck water. And it's washing some of the blood away and things, or mixing with it at least. And when you step out there, you see Tiny standing there. And he's like, "Oh, cool, we're out of here."
Yeah, we go to another place to pick up the stuff without having any problems of anyone trying to find us, so that we've got more time.
Okay, yeah, sounds
And
good.
Tiny and Biggs are going to deliver the goods, right?
Yeah, whatever you want them to do. They had some of, if you remember, Tiny and Biggs, they have, I believe, a couple. They dragged out those bodies, right? Didn't they take the two bodies in the trunk of their car? And then I think they took some boxes of supplies, if I'm not mistaken, and put those in the car.
That's right. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're down to do whatever. They're here to help. They're doing it for the free lifetime medical service to the 6th Street from Dust. They're down to help whatever you guys need.
If their car is full, let's have them go drop it off with Nightingale. I think that's ideal.
All right, cool. Yeah, we'll head over there. You guys heading over there soon, or what's up?
Eraser is +2 to clock checks.
Oh, there you go. It is. Okay, 14. But yeah, he asks. Yeah, we'll head over there. You guys gonna meet us over there soon, or what's up?
If you could offload and then meet up back to gather more supplies, wouldn't that be optimal?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Where do you want? Where are we meeting?
It's a wonderful question.
I give the exit for where we're planning on stopping the train.
Okay. Yeah. You guys go into the next one or the next one? There's from where you guys are in South Night City. There's 2 more older entrances in South Night City before it kind of hits up to Little Europe, where it opens up to a real entrance for supply.
Okay.
The second one, so it's a bit further out from where we are, but it's not going into the built-up areas.
Yeah, agreed.
Are we returning the supplies back to the church, or do we have an intermediary location that we're going to try to stow these in? I kind of
because we kind of stated that we didn't.
Yeah, originally you guys were all going to grab them all and then take them back to Nightingale and Father. I always get John. Sorry. It's funny because I had a different father in a previous stream recently, so I keep fucking up Michael and John. So I apologize. But yeah, you were going to get all the supplies, take it back there, split them with her, call it a day. That was the original plan.
Yeah, but now we've kind of said that we potentially don't trust Nightingale, so whether that is our first port of call or not.
Ooh, and everybody.
If you verbalize.
Lots of +2s, by the way. Just wanted to.
If you actually verbalize it, it's not a. Pixie doesn't view it as a problem because Nightingale won't be a problem if she becomes a problem.
Well, yeah. So, and this Dust is verbalizing this. So I'm just doing the math, and I'm thinking in my head that the Piranha said that somebody hired them, expecting Nightingale to know this train would be here, and to shoot her and make it look like she was robbing the train, which if she was there, she would have been doing. And I'm thinking, who would have hired her to do that? I might be jumping the gun here, but I think there's a very strong, and I'm extremely conspiratorial character. I think there's a very strong likelihood that it was Trauma Team looking for a reason to put the clinic out of business, and if the supplies are in the clinic, they're going to find him and then waste everybody in the place. See, look what happens. Look what happens with these street clinics. I'm thinking, and I think probably she gave us the job because she knew something was up. I don't think that she working against us, but just guessing, just thoughts. I don't know if it's a great idea for us to bring this stuff back to that clinic. I think we should maybe consider a safe house in between.
We first need a location where we can put it. That's just the point.
Fix it, you fixer!
Well, hey, Dust, you try to suggest people in Night City aren't generally trustworthy?
No, I would never, slag the name of my fellow human. I would just not do that. That's not my style. I'm sorry. No, I don't believe that at all. I think companies are not trustworthy, and I don't trust Trauma Team.
Hey, Gator Tots, if we were to say place all this stuff somewhere else until we can go to Nightingale and come with maybe a few questions and a few propositions, where do you reckon we could take this stuff?
I'm just checking whether I can find some place to put that stuff. And perhaps where we can set up too, so that if there's something more to be done we can't do on the streets, that we can do it over there. Is there any place that comes to my mind where we could do that? Perhaps close to that hideout where the 6th Street normally is, so that if something happens, they can keep an eye on it too.
6th Street, actually, their home base is out of a church in Little Europe. It's funny, 6th Street was part of that campaign where I was saying the other Father Michael. That's so funny, it's ironic. But yeah, they run out of Little Europe, out of this church that it's kind of like their home base or whatever. Might not be the best place to post up, considering that's now out of the combat zone. That's where an actual entrance to this metro supply chain goes. I don't know. But as a fixer, you do have a couple other options that come to mind. One being the abandoned building near kind of where you were posted up the past few months, where you were staying when you were laying low. You were in that alley in between the buildings. You could use that to kind of store things. No one knows that you guys were out there. There's also another place, we'll say, in the old combat zone, or in the old combat zone. Same type of scenario, just an abandoned building. But that one has some people that we'll say another booster gang that you've sold things to and such, and they run out of there. That's another kind of third-party location that you could use.
Okay. Which one do I think is the safer one? I mean, if we can strike a deal with that other booster gang, we could actually use that place, which is near their place, and we can actually ask them to just guard our place or support us with some kind of street security, and we might strike a deal like we did with 6th Street, or which is close to the one we have with 6th Street, so that they would profit from it when we set up there. So I think that might even be the better place. So I'll suggest both of the places and tell everybody which are the advantages and disadvantages. The advantage of the one where we were before is that nobody is there right now, but we do not know whether that is going to change within the next few days, weeks, months. And the advantage of the other one is that we might strike a deal with that other booster gang.
Yeah, and just to give a little background, the other booster gang, we'll say they're called the Wreckers. You sell them, like I said, weapons and things in the past. They're not a party gang. They're definitely more violent and fucked up. But, you have a business relationship with them as a fixer would. You sell them weapons and shit here and there.
I mean, do we want to be like striking deals left, right, and center with that many people this early in the game? If we we go to the first place, at least we can have complete control over it, and then we can just kind of deal with one gang at a time, you know?
Yeah. We've already offered free medical care to 6th Street. If we're striking up deals with everybody, then what are we actually profiting from this? We're giving everything away.
So the first building it will be the building where we hit before. It will be where we will bring that stuff. How
likes
far
that
we
idea?
the first building isn't as far away from where we are right now as the second building is, right?
Right. Yeah, the first building where you guys have been staying isn't far at all.
So that's a huge advantage anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll just bring it there.
Yeah, you can do that.
And
Yeah, so which of the, where are you taking the train? Pixie has control. She's driving it amazingly. You can back it out. Like I said, there's basically 2 exits in South Night City before it hits Little Europe.
So it was the second exit we're going for.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, you relay that information obviously to, Gato, Bodak, Scoop, since you guys are going in the van, and you tell Tiny and Biggs to kind of meet you there after they drop off the vehicle full of equipment so far over at Nightingale at the church. Am I understanding all that plan correct, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, apart from I'm on the train, so Bodak's not in the van, he's on the train.
Okay. So Dust,
Yeah.
Bodak, and Pixie in the train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, you're able to, you get going on the train. Like I said, it's like Pixie has driven trains before. It's unbelievable. But she passes the one exit, and you're seeing these exits, these train stations basically just like the one you were in. Abandoned, old, covered in filth and dust, never really used. The only thing that looks clean are the tracks themselves because they're used for transporting of this cargo sort of shit. But you get up to the next stop. We'll say it looks just like the map we're on for the sake of ease. Let me just delete
There you go.
We'll delete the bodies.
No, get a brand new map, bro.
Son of a bitch! Hold on, let me call Lion Banner Games, make me a quick map in about 1 minute. But there you go. Yeah, you get back. I don't know whose tokens or who's just at a glance, but whoever's in the van obviously isn't there. But you pull up, you get to that area. It's abandoned, exactly like this, same type of setup. As far as outside, out onto the main street, everybody in the van, normal traffic during the day. It's afternoon about now. You get over 2 exits. You kind of follow based on where that map is, Bodak. And again, it's another sort of old subway entrance. This one doesn't look like it's at the back of an alley. It looks like it's kind of on street side. Like it's you can kind of see it from the street. But again, it's all gated off and welded shut or locked up.
Yeah.
But you pull up. That's what you see. Everybody inside the station. You pull up to that station. You're on the inside. They're on the outside. Tiny and Biggs aren't there yet. Obviously, they're unloading at the church. But I'll let you all take the mic at that point. And you guys can speak to each other through your agents, we'll say, too, if you need to.
yeah.
So we have to open up that gate.
Yep, I'm going to go and take a look at the lock, see what can be done.
I'm walking with Bodak.
Okay. Yeah, you can tell it's like the other one. It's locked up, welded. It would take, some a little bit of lock picking after breaking the gate that's over at first. So it would take some physical damage to kind of crack the gate open. That's welded on there. It's not like it's like thick reinforced steel by any means. It's just generic gate sort of door over the top of it. And then you'd have to pick lock beyond that, unless somebody from the inside helps, break out as well. But that's what you're looking at.
Yeah.
There are people walking around, cars going and stuff, but nobody's paying attention to anyone. It's the combat zone. People do fucked up shit all the time. So I'll allow you to kind of play into that paranoia, or if you want to be stealthy, or just play it out, whatever. And everybody on the inside.
We're on the inside anyway. So, yeah, from the inside, I guess I'll have a go at breaking this lock, but I have a sneaky suspicion I'm going to end up having to call on Pixie to do it, but he's going to try first by himself.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
try and see if I can... Yeah, I'm going to have a hunt around. You said it's all like kind of disused and broken down, is it? So see if I can find any thing that I can use to wedge. I doubt that I'll actually had a crowbar, but if I can find anything that looks like it, I can actually wedge it under the frame to try and kind of break the
Just
weld.
lock that needs to be picked, or is it's welded shut?
First, you gotta
Welded
break.
and locked.
Yeah, gotta break the gate that's over it, like a drop gate, and then pick the lock
Oh.
to the actual door. But yeah, give me a 1d10. Let me know if it's under your luck stat, and and that'll mean you're lucky enough to find like a bar or something on the side of the street, or.
On the side of the street, there would be us. There would be Scoop and me.
That is,
Oh,
yeah,
we're
we're
inside
yeah.
the station.
Sorry, yeah, that's right.
so that is over my luck, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're not able to find anything immediately right around here. There's lots of garbage, but no like bars, crowbars, anything to give you that advantage.
What if there's a manhole or something? I mean, a lot of these subway stations, they're going to have service entrances and exits and,
I
vent
could break
grates
it.
and stuff. And, of course, we could just have it broke.
Yeah, you can. Dust can do a luck check to see if you find some type of manhole situation to get up in and out, and if not, Pixie can absolutely attack the door, as she did before. She's kind of the.
Would that be a luck roll, or would that be like I guess it wouldn't be a conceal reveal hidden object thing.
Yeah, I
would
would
it?
rather it be luck to see if you're lucky enough that there happens to be one
Sure.
at this location to lead out.
Sure.
Yeah.
I am not lucky. I'm tragically unlucky.
And you can't add luck to this roll.
A 1d10.
It would defeat the purpose.
I actually rolled under
nice.
my luck.
Oh, shit.
I have a luck of 3.
Hey.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, we'll say as Bodak is looking for something to get it and Pixie's walking up ready to attack it, you notice that there's a sort of emergency exit manhole sort of drain that leads to street side.
there you go. How about that? Does that work? Bodak, while I got you, you're right here. I have a question. Is there any way for the people who own that train to know where it is? Or did you disable that?
I wasn't on the train's network, so I've not done anything with the train, but
Okay.
I can go and have a look at the train now and see if there's anything that I can do.
It's just a question. Just a thought.
It's a good thought.
That's a good thought.
Maybe this isn't the station we want to stay in.
To the train
We'll be quick.
and start checking out the engine on the train to see if there's any.
Yeah, give me an interface. And then give me reveal conceal.
Interface is 10. Conceal, reveal. Come on, do me proud. I am going to spend some luck on this.
Okay. Nice.
So 14 on conceal, reveal.
Yeah, you're not detecting a system on the train. There's no, mobile system on the train, but you do find what looks like something that was added to the train. It's not part of the old mechanics or engine or computer system that runs it. Something third party added, maybe by Metro or the brand that runs this sort of supply chain. And it looks like, it's some type of like, tracking device, just a generic thing that you've seen either in cargo or on vehicles to maybe the corp keeps track of where it is.
In which case,
Remember, we've got +2
Yeah.
from
Oh yeah.
the crowd.
And you
is
got
it
another
something
one,
that
too.
is it something that I could access to send off a false signal, or would it just be more of a case of disabling it to stop it transmitting?
Yeah, you're not. Well, no. You could do a tech. You could do a tech check. I'll say. Let's go with electronic security.
Yep.
You
And
can do
remember
that.
the plus.
And I'll say this. This is for you to be able to, change what it's sending. However, if that fails, you can always just turn it off.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
So
I'll
I'm
allow
going to
you
use one of
try.
those +2s that the viewers have given us. Thank you so much for those.
Yes. Many thank yous.
Come on. Oh, nice. So that's going to be a 22 with the +2.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with this tracking device. You tell me.
Um,
No, hey, wait a
Yeah.
minute. That's a loaded. No, you can't do anything. Let's not get perverted or too crazy out here, Steve.
oh, damn it! I should put my furry costume away.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So I'm going to manipulate the tracker so it looks as if the train is still moving, and is going through the next various stops.
Okay.
And I know you said that it's going to pass through some stations that are open, but then beyond that, when it gets to like one of the broken down areas again, have it stop there, so it's effectively going right through Little Europe and onwards.
Okay, nice.
Oh.
That should certainly buy us enough time to do what we need to do.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you successfully get that going. Now the signal is sending out as if the train is on its way. You know, it continued on. It appears as if it's been fixed and moving the opposite direction, looping back around or whatever. And then, obviously, as time passes, you've programmed it or whatever to stop or appear as if it's stopped in the combat zone.
Yeah.
So that's a signal it's sending.
Good save, Dust.
Track we're on right now, is this like a spur station, or is this like, I'm just trying to get a mental picture. Sorry, it's so specific. Is it literally a linear loop, or is it a linear loop with like station spurs, like loops off of the sides of it?
Oh yeah, stations off of it. You know, it's a main loop to do around the city, but then it has a couple off service.
Okay.
But then each station is kind of its own little off of the main track alongside of it.
Dust is kind of walking around the station and looking at the train and kind of kicking the tires of the room and looking at the size of the tunnels, then in turn asking, "Hey Pixie, you have a lot of bombs?"
I wish. She says wistfully.
Okay.
As everyone who knows her is like, thank God she doesn't.
She doesn't have a bomb.
Is it reasonable?
Well, perhaps Gata can source you some.
I don't know. I was kicking out the idea. What if we just kept this here and we just sealed it all up and we made this a big old underground train station doctor's office? But that's probably a stupid idea because eventually they'll figure out where it is and they'll come and kill us all.
Hey, the Ninja Turtles did it.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps we find some side tracks that were somehow shut down, and we can reopen one of them.
I think we're on one. I think that's what we were just saying.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not understanding.
The
Dust doesn't
station.
know from trains.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know
these
much about
station-
trains.
yeah, these
I'm
stations-
already at.
winging it.
These stations are old. You know, each one of these entrance exits are old. They're
Yeah.
not in current use. Not even for transport metro. Typically, they'll just go around the loop, and some of them are offsets, some are right on the track. Obviously, the first one that you went in, it was right on the main track. These two back, the second one back, is a pull-off station.
There's like no reason for there to ever come a train or anything to come passing through this way.
Exactly. Yeah. The only reason, obviously, is if maybe the train comes up fully missing, and over time they're like, well, where the fuck else could it be? But somewhere on the track, somewhere under there. Maybe they go searching, unless they think someone took it up out of there.
Yeah, but then again, it's not a bad idea, and I actually thought about this before too. So Gato
We can all have
Gato will actually, when this is all over, will actually try to get maps of the old metro system to see whether there's still something we can access and use later on.
Okay.
But that's something for later.
Yeah. And while you guys are kind of chatting this and trying to make a decision, Tiny and Biggs pull up. So whoever's outside by that door, they pull up, walk up, like, hey, what's up? We got this going. We're gonna unload and get out of here.
Yeah, we just have to open those doors and then.
Have we already met back up? I wasn't sure if Gato and I were still away at this point, or if we all met back up.
It was not far away from that place, so
Yeah, cool. So
I
we've
guess
gotten
we'll
up
be
fairly
there.
quickly. Yeah.
shortly after they
Well,
arrived.
I think we're at the same station, but we're inside, you're outside, and we haven't opened the door yet.
Exactly. Yeah, and you guys pulled up after loading. Tiny and Biggs pull up. You guys have been having the conversation over the agent about these plans. But yeah, everybody's on the outside of the door. Everybody who's inside the station is on that side of the door, but Dust found the emergency exit manhole sort of thing.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you.
We have a van.
And a 4-door beater from the 6th Street guys.
How many?
Yeah.
Can we is someone good at spatial geometry? We could figure out how many van loads of medical supplies would it take to fully unload this train if that was in fact our goal.
Yeah, we'll say it'll take about 6 van loads to really get 100% of this equipment out.
Okay.
Or
We've got one down.
Yeah, one down. We'll say
So
so
five left, or would it be 6 left? Okay.
Yeah, we'll say 5 left, and you can, 3 of those van, 2 of those car. So instead of saying 5 trips, we'll just summarize it as 3 trips because the car would take some of that load.
Damn, I was going to say there's 5 of us. We get 5 vans. We'll get a different.
Well, we've got 2.
We'll each go in different direction.
So another van, so we have 2. We could borrow another van.
Yeah. See, the number of vans isn't the issue. It's the number of people that can drive the vans without smashing them into lampposts.
That's why.
Yeah.
We've got 2 people who can drive.
And then
Is
an argument.
Pixie the only person that has any points in drive?
No, Pixie and me.
Gato.
Okay, good.
We've got 2 people who can drive.
This is a city.
Only
There are
the
taxis.
teenager.
What? Why are we wasting time driving cars? I don't. Sounds like somebody else's job.
Because the metro system is fucked off.
So, what exactly is the plan here? We got all this shit. Are we taking it all to Nightingale? Are we doing that straight 50-50 deal? What exactly is the goal here? What are people thinking?
I'll try to renegotiate because there is obvious reason to believe that she might have known about this, or at least suspected that someone was gunning for her.
She's a friend of mine, right? Like she's like.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah, if you remember, she's actually a friend of Dust, and so is Father John. Did I get it right finally?
Yeah.
Hey, look at me, like a real GM.
Hey.
Yeah, so you're actually friends with them. You've worked with them. You've helped their clinic in the past, on and off. Plus, Gato has sold supplies to Nightingale, so there's that kind of mutual business respect between Gato and her as well.
Yeah.
Well, I guess then there's really 2 questions that Scoop has. Number one, are we absolutely sure that this is someone that we want to potentially not trust? And number 2, is this someone that we want to potentially get on the wrong side of? We have enough enemies at the moment, don't we? So, well,
that's a garden path of a sentence. Are we absolutely sure this is somebody we want to not trust? I love that.
Exactly.
I feel like if we're asking this many questions about Nightingale, we want to wait on moving everything because this might be our next house.
Yeah, I mean that's another thought. Like that's what I was saying is like maybe it's safest here. We just make sure nothing can come in and out. We keep it all sealed up, and none's the wiser that we've got it all stashed here.
The train isn't showing us being here. I can remove the footage of the train coming through here.
Oh,
I
it's
can
not
even take over the.
Don't forget, it's not even saving the footage. It's so fucking old,
Yeah.
these systems. It's like it's feeding to a full system, so you don't even have to worry about footage.
Oh, that's right.
I can take over this architecture, so we could potentially turn this into somewhere for us.
Yes, and
But in the meantime, this is a good place where we could store the goods, go and have the chat with Father John and with Nightingale.
Yeah, let's do that.
All we know is that she asked us to do this job. We've got nothing to say that she set us up, but we've got.
Well, the one thing we can say for sure is that the Piranhas knew they were going to come here and kill Nightingale. They knew she knew where this train was.
Scoop kind of like pulls up. I got one of the agents here that one of those bozos we're using. Not the bozos, there's a different term. And he hands it to Bodak. Is this someone that you can trace some information from? Maybe give us a bit of a fuller picture on what's going on.
Let's have a find out.
Oh yeah.
also,
Yeah.
This is
Can we
the
call up
also
Hayes
I've got the other agent, so perhaps there's something on there too.
I'm going to kind of go through the agent and try and look through all the messages and any correspondence that they've had and find out exactly what their instructions were.
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me, but is that an electronic 17? Let me try to open it.
Yeah, I think you've got a couple of ways because
Pixie,
I've got electronics, electronic security. I've also got.
Well, give me that. I don't know exactly what the agent
Cryptography.
is. I don't have the equipment list. But if you have your book, just search. It's under the gear or whatever under agent. But I believe it's just electronic security for you, for anybody for that matter. But just
Pixie
somebody in
asked
chat too, if
Gato,
you've got
can
it.
you call Hayes?
Can I call?
No, you don't. Nobody has a personal relationship with the Piranhas like that. You just heard of them, But yeah, Bodak, amazing, great role. Hopefully, I was right about that 17. But Yeah, you beat it. You're able to hack this agent. List of contacts. You see like Percy, which you remember the guy called out, that leader guy who got his arm blown off. The girl's agent that you have. You see that there are some messages from somebody named Hayes, and it just says, "Yeah, we're doing the gig. We'll be back soon," and that's all that's there.
Okay, there must be a number of that agent too. If he,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
so
let me
I can totally call Hayes.
let me relay what I found first for everything, because I'm kind of in the pad, aren't I? So I'll kind of point out to them that obviously there's the messages from Hayes where he's instructed them to do the job. We've got the contact details for Hayes and for the team that are here. So we could either reach out to Hayes to try to find out some more information. We could spoof Hayes to say that the job's done. Because at the moment we're still on their pad, so we could still appear to be one of their team members. Although we have let them know, so that they've probably actually sent word out by now, to be fair.
Yeah. But we can get into contact with Hayes.
I think getting in contact's going to work better because the other two members probably went crawling back to their den.
I think the piranhas are going to be fine. I saved their lives, the ones I could.
Yeah.
We did let him go.
I'm very trusting.
If we contact Hayes, we can figure out where the job came from.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, Hayes might be willing to tell us where the job came from, in the sense that if he passes on the information, then we'll let it all drop. We've got no beef with the piranhas.
That's true.
Oh.
All right, let's make the call.
Yeah.
Who wants-
Let's first see how exactly we do all the things with that supply. It's their possibility.
Do we not want to figure this out first before we do anything with the supply? Because the supplies are safe here. Let's find out who we can trust, and then we decide what we want to do with it. Because there's no point in us moving it if we're going to keep moving things around.
Kitty.
Yeah. Okay.
See a kitty shark going by,
Sorry, no one's laughing at what you said. It's your cat.
like a shark fin going. Dun, dun,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, I missed it. I may
What
have missed that just
exactly-
for a second there. Are we approaching Hayes first, or we want to go back and talk to Nightingale and John first?
I think if we call Hayes, we can at least get the full picture before we make an informed decision.
Okay. So
If she's a friend of yours, we don't want to go in accusing her until we've at least got a bit more information about what's going off.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's nice. That's very reasonable, I think. Yeah, I'm down with that. I mean,
What's the harm in making a phone call? You can't get shot through a phone, so no harm, no foul.
right. So what exactly are we going to tell him? We'll tell him that his guys messed up, that they messed with the wrong people, and that if he tells us where he had that gig from, we'd be even, and there would be no no ill feelings anymore. Or
Maybe figure out what their beef is with Nightingale. Was it something specific, or was it just part of the job?
Yeah,
are there ill
Okay.
feelings? Are there
Well,
ill feelings?
all
You guys
professionals.
didn't give them you didn't give them a chance to talk. You shot their parts off before they even said a word. We had no idea what was about to happen there. I think that we should apologize.
Scoop had a bit of a.
People are saying, "Let's fuck them up." I think we know what their intent was.
Scoop had a bit of a talk with one of them down there, and they talked about they were just meant to hit the broad, which they referred to as Nightingale. Hit them, make sure that they were the one that was did the attack, and that we just happened to get in the way of that.
yeah. Also, when they charged us, they called out, "Let's get him."
Yeah,
That's true.
we're
Fair
professionals.
enough.
We just
Fair enough.
And,
fair.
and,
Yeah, they weren't going to be getting us a flower,
and what I'll
Stand
interject
correct.
here is that we'll take our 5-minute bio break while you guys gather those thoughts, and when we get back, tell me
Okay.
what you guys are going to do. Everybody in chat, don't go anywhere. Literally, just a 5-minute bio break. We'll be right back. I'm going to leave the mics hot though, so if the team's discussing plans, chat kind of knows what's going on. All right, see you soon.
see you soon.
We'll
Hey,
be
bye-bye.
back.
Scoop kind of needs a coffee.
Oh, Greg.
What time is it in Australia?
Oh, it is 9 a.m., but so I've been up since 6:30.
Okay, we're
Ouch.
roger that.
So,
Greg,
Yeah, what's up, man?
yeah.
what I wanted to tell you about the Viking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
blood-
I was like in and out before. I had like 30 things going on. I apologize. Tell me, please.
No problem. About the Viking blood you get in Germany is in Germany it's actually
Should be back in a minute.
cherry flavored,
Sure.
not hibiscus flavored as in the States, but
It's cherry?
flavored.
Huh. Oh, that's fascinating.
It's really sweet, but it's really delicious. I really love it.
Yeah. That's interesting. I don't find that on Viking blood there's all that much hibiscus that comes out. Honestly, I don't think. But then again, I don't know if I could put my finger on what the flavor of a hibiscus is. Anyway, to be perfectly honest, in fairness, like maybe I don't know. Maybe I could. I guess.
And
Like
actually,
I've had those. Go ahead.
and actually, a friend of mine started making his own meat.
Yeah.
He called it strong meat because it's not like the normal one with 7% alcohol.
Yeah. Sure.
I got like between 15 and 20%.
Okay. Yeah. That's.
But it
That's
has a
cool
very,
stuff.
very smooth taste.
Yes.
He brought it to one of my favorite. Well, it's not a pub. It's an escape center. They've got 2 escape rooms. They've got virtual reality
kidding.
there and so on.
Awesome.
But they also have got a bar in there.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I've been going there since they were open. That's like a year ago. Then there was
Yep.
lockdown, so they had to shut it down again. And now since they've got it open again, I'm there as often as I can. And
That's fun.
he just brought a couple of bottles just so that we can try. It's really
cool.
delicious.
I would love to. That sounds awesome. I was actually at a brewery today, like a farmhouse brewery, and they had a
Okay.
whole bunch of different stuff going on. But I thought their Kolsch was. I'm a Kolsch guy. I like a Kolsch. It's like when I'm going for beers, I like porters. I like some English style ales, but from Germany, I really like a Kolsch. I don't know why. Just something about that flavor profile. is just fun.
What they drink in Cologne, right?
Right? Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
In those very small glasses, actually.
Well,
And
that's
everybody
yes.
goes there and complains. Hey, those glasses are so small. What they don't understand is, if you're at a good brewery or at a good bar,
yes.
you'll never have an empty glass. As
That's
soon as
right.
you've emptied your glass, they put another one there.
Somebody, when I was introduced to Kolsch, she was like, "If I'm gonna keep this full at this bar I was at until you put a thing on top of your glass, it just instantly refills." And I was like, "Oh, okay, it's interesting thing." But and they're a lower percentage, they're much more manageable for especially if you have to drive at some point. But I will be right back.
Yeah, no problem. I absolutely loved that when those guys were shot and Dust runs there to help them.
Right?
I absolutely
We're
loved
just like,
that.
So no, it's a good mix of characters. We've all got different. We're working towards the same goal, but different methods. I like it a lot.
It's definitely going to be really funny as Pixie's doing her best to kill them fast, and Dust is doing his darndest to make sure that doesn't happen. We're going to see how that plays in the future as she's like gunning them down, and he's just like, Jesus, I have to stabilize 3 at once.
And Gato likes to keep one of them alive so that he can still question him. What happens
Yes.
to that guy later on doesn't matter. And Bodak, he said, if he doesn't have to, he won't hurt anyone. But if he has to, no problem.
No. Bodak will hurt, but he'll only kill if he needs to kill.
Yeah.
It's all about escalation and measures. It's kind of he has no issue at all with hurting people,
Yeah.
as long as that hurt is warranted.
Yeah, but also if you don't have to hurt them, you won't
Yeah.
hurt them, will you?
Yeah, it's like we're in that bar, and I got the doorman to stand down. If he didn't, I would have quite happily broken his arm or whatever, but I would have refrained from killing him unless I actually needed to kill him.
Man, I don't know if anybody's looking at chat, but GS Fumadu says he didn't know, or they didn't know if they should watch us or the girl licking binaural ears. I don't know if anyone's seen that on Twitch. the girl who live streams licking a microphone in the shape of an ear, so you hear it like real close and gross. It's that ASMR shit or whatever it is. I've seen that on there, and that's so funny. And I'm glad that you chose us. I'm glad you chose us.
I think it's
Speaks
the better
volumes
choice.
on your character. I love it.
It does speak volumes.
Literally.
Just curious, what is
I'm sure we
what
can
is the
all
time?
get there.
What time is it where everyone is? Because I know, like for me, as I said, it's like 9 a.m. But I've just time differences.
Yeah, so it's 22:01 in the morning for me here.
And 22 here.
Oh gosh, it's almost 5 o'clock here in PM. 5 p.m.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
like
very
4:30
reasonable
here.
for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, me and
For me-
Tara, we're good. And I think Greg is only 3 hours ahead of us, Tara. It's really
Yeah.
just, Sean, Steven, Roten, you guys have it the roughest. It's either like first thing in the morning or last thing of the night or early morning, I guess.
But then
Yeah,
again,
but-
Simonscape, obviously, we're an Australian company. So for me, this is,
Normal.
although obviously the rest of the UK, this is like 1 o'clock in the morning. But actually, for me, this is just my standard working time. This is when I'm kind of up and
Oh god.
active.
Also, as I said before, it's a Saturday, so if we weren't playing,
That is very cool.
Hey, nice.
I'd probably be at Take TV bar, an esports bar, till like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
Well, are we
Well,
keeping you from quality drinking time? I apologize.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Well, it's kind of
Sorry.
sad FaceTime because, of course, I should be at Gen Con this weekend, as I know Tara should be as well.
That's true.
I'm so sad to miss that.
Rob, I'm glad you did, because I was there yesterday, and we had one round of shots after the other, and the barkeeper, my best friend, and another friend of ours, and me, we were the people who, like, 4 or 5 years ago, we started something, the crew of the bar later on called the Tequila Mondays, because Monday
yes.
night we were watching Game of Thrones, and before that we were drinking tequila. After that we were drinking tequila, and when Game of Thrones was over, we still met every Monday night.
Oh,
Tequila.
that's funny. Just got to add in a new show. That's all. Keep the drinking. I've been thinking about trying some wine eventually. I quit drinking back in 2014 because I wanted to quit cigarettes. I
Completely?
had nothing to do with alcohol. I mean, I was having vodka Red Bulls like 4 times a week and putting on like 8 or 10 of them, which is very unhealthy for doing Red Bull and vodka.
Yeah.
But the main thing is anytime I would drink, I'd put down a pack of cigarettes. And I was like, fuck, man, like I got to quit. There's no way I'm going to be able to go out and drink at the bars with friends and go out to networking parties and things. If I'm drunk, I'm going to be smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
So I quit alcohol so I could quit cigarettes. And then when I finally got over cigarettes, I was like, do I even want to go back to drinking alcohol? And I just started, eating healthy and working out every day. And like, I just been on that kick since 2014. But lately I've been thinking like maybe a little wine tasting trip with my wife Valerie and my parents or something for fun, I'd probably get super wasted off of like a few sips, but I think it might be fun.
Have you not had a drink since 2014?
No, I drink water. I drink a gallon of water a day.
This explains how you're able to, get fucking zero sleep as far as... I was chatting with Ellen today because Ellen was talking about, because you were talking about June. And I was just like, where is Rob finding the minutes in the day to do all the bullshit you do? And that's exactly it. You just don't... funnily enough, have a healthy lifestyle and you can do it.
Yeah.
All that Red Bull that
days
he
are
used to
actually
drink is still in his system. It's just working like an energy reserve. He's working for
I
you.
like that. I'm so full of old Red Bulls from back when I was drinking vodka Red Bulls that I'm still running on that energy. That would make sense. All right, let's get...
I've had business meetings with Rob before where he's literally been working out and still doing all of his his weightlifting and all of his exercise while still having a meeting. He's just multitasking at everything.
Didn't we do that? Did we do that? Because I did that during a table read recently for a film that I was a producer on, and I couldn't make the table read at the right time, but Matthew Lillard was there and some other like famous actors and stuff, and like I had Andy Dick showing up to play the antagonist. I couldn't miss it, but I was in the middle of my workout when it was a last minute table read that shifted, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going in. I was at the table read while working out. It was funny.
Yeah,
It was
Rob,
great.
also on my birthday when we were chatting, it was Steve.
That's right.
And then Val came in because she came back from work.
That's funny. All right, cool. Let's get back to it.
Do it.
All right, everybody can see us now. We are officially back. Everyone that stuck with us in chat and didn't go off to listen to that girl licking digital microphone ears or whatever, I really appreciate that shit. Thank you for choosing Cyberpunk Red over that garbage. Greg is so confused right now, and it's okay. All right, let's get back to it with no explanations for Greg.
No, I don't want to know.
Yeah,
The less I know, the better.
exactly. All right, you're back. What's the plan? Yeah, you're all...
So are we looking to make that phone call? Get Rob to play another NPC on the stream?
Yeah. So obviously, I've still got the agents at the minute. I'm going to look at Gato, and then I'm going to look at Scoop. I can like pass the phone backwards and forwards between the two. Like, which of you is going to be better for trying to get the dirt out of this guy?
Oh, you look. I'm just gonna put it real simple. Before I came back to Night City, I didn't really have a lot of contact. Scoop didn't have a lot of contact with people, so maybe Scoop's not the best person to do a person-to-person thing. Gator Tots, maybe this is more your wheelhouse.
Gator Tots.
Yeah.
You wanted me to come up with a name, so I did.
Yes.
I love it.
And well, yeah.
Keep getting Scoop talks in the third person.
I'll
so I
just
keep going in and out.
Yeah, come on. I'll just make that phone call. I just need to know. We'll confront them with his guys hitting on us, even if they weren't meant to hit on us.
Mm-hmm. There are three different things that we want to kind of look at. Is number one, you want to figure out if they had any beef with Nightingale. Number two, figure out who gave them the plan. And number three, what's our relationship with them as well?
Okay.
Well, motives means an opportunity.
I'll hand you the agent.
Yeah, you call up the number that's listed as Hayes, as you know to be the leader of the Piranhas. And the agent just rings and rings and rings and eventually goes to a voicemail. This is Hayes, what's up? Leave a message, I'll get back to you. Beep.
Call us back as soon as possible.
Yep, you leave that message.
I'll leave that message. Okay, was just voicemail.
So
I'll
glad
not
you made it
ask
short and
those
sweet.
questions on voicemail. I'll ask them directly to that person. And if I have to go there and talk to that person face to face, I don't care.
That's not a bad idea.
And maybe that's the next port of call. You said you knew where the Piranhas hang out. Maybe that's not a bad idea.
Yep. But before we do that, we should have everything secured here, and perhaps. Well, now that's the questions. Do we first go to the Piranhas, or do we first go and ask Nightingale what she knows?
I mean, Scoop kind of thinks, if we secure everything here, no rush to get to Nightingale. If we want to quote unquote confront Nightingale, may as well do it with all the pieces on the board. So hit up Piranhas, see what they know, see if there's anything we need to know, and then from there we can make an informed decision.
Okay. We haven't broken open the door yet, have we?
No, because we
No,
used
just-
the side access.
Yeah, Dust found sort of emergency manhole exit. Access.
So we just keep those locked, so everything is secure in there.
Bodak said that they're not tracking the train, or at least, well, they are, but it's not going to be where they think it is. So,
Yep.
We're really, if we want to make ourselves, obviously we can't set up emplacements like machine gun autos or something like that, but we could have the 6th Street kind of hang out down here, a couple of those guys, and kind of watch this place for us if we wanted to include them, but I'm not sure we do. What do you think?
Well, Tiny and the other chap,
Biggs.
they already know that the goods are here, and they're already on our payroll currently. So yeah, we could totally get them to stay here and watch the goods.
Yeah.
They're hanging out. They're with you guys right now.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to whilst we've got time, so I don't have to kind of rush it, I'm going to get into the network here, Rob. Clear out the camera footage, so it's now recording fresh
You can do that.
footage.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Later on, when we've got more time, I'll take over the network. But at least now we can make sure it's recording. So if anything does happen, we've got it on footage.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, you can do that. And when you access this system, since this station is actually, a subsidiary of the main track, sort of, offset station, I'll say when you get into this system, it has the same control nodes files, but there's no remaining black ice in this one.
Excellent.
I got a
Much
doctrine question, Rob. Can I... And I don't know. I feel like this may be against the spirit of some of the rules, so you tell me. Could I go shopping inside the train and put together a compound that would look a hell of a lot like synth coke, but which would be very lethal or very debilitating? I mean, and how long would that take me?
Yeah, I'll say that, there's not really like a pharmaceutical or something to do it, but if you give me just a general medical check, let me just take a peek, see what might be. I mean, feel free to suggest a skill for it.
Well, no, actually, there kind of is. It
should be your...
yeah, it's a medtech roll ability. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I just have to find it.
Pixie just greatly disapproves.
Yeah, and since you're not creating something from nothing, you're literally just trying to find some pharmaceuticals or some type of medicine that's lethal at a particular dose or mixed with another one that resembles coke. So just give me that general pharmaceutical check.
I'm looking for it.
It's probably...
Okay. Fair enough. Character pharmaceuticals is a 2. I roll a 12.
Yeah, you're able to put together a lethal mix that somewhat resembles synth coke. That wasn't the best of rolls, but
no, I rolled a 2.
yeah, but it's there. It kind of looks like it. Like there would be a perception check involved. You know what I mean? Whoever's going to do it.
Good thing it's not synth coke. It's a good thing it's not synth coke. It's some new shit. But let's go.
Cool, you have that.
Make sure Pixie doesn't get her hands on it.
What is the lethal dose of this? I would probably be able to tell that.
Yeah, I'll let you determine. I mean, I would imagine you'd be able to combine stuff like one good bump, would probably put someone out. It's poison.
Oh, really? Okay. I was hoping I could sniff a little bit of it, get away with it if I had to. I'd be like,
you could do like a half a line.
Just like a fingernail or something like
exactly.
that.
You could do like a key bump or something, but if someone does like a full line, they're fucked.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Look at me with all the terminology.
I put that in a pocket. I put that into a very street-looking plastic bag and stuff it into a pocket.
We happy to go on a bit of a road trip, test out and see what the piranhas are up to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's just go there.
Obviously, if we've got the van, we can offload all the supplies that were there, which is already done, so that we're not carrying around supplies with us.
Yeah.
Auto drives. I got shotgun.
Okay.
Scoop begrudgingly gets... Oh, no, it's all right. Pixie's not driving. So, yeah, it'll be a smoother ride. You're a great driver. I feel like you would just put Scoop on edge. So, yeah, he'll jump in the back.
Particularly with Pixie's drive style, I feel like Pixie has, one hand on her gun most of the time she's driving. Or, her gun is propped up in her lap.
Yeah, and as you guys are getting together and going to take this road trip, Tiny and Biggs are just asking, what's the plan?
We'll have a chat with those guys who hit on us.
All right, we calling it a day? Are we good? Or you guys still need us? Or what's up?
If you guys could keep an eye on the supplies that are down there, so nobody goes down there and picks them up.
Okay. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. When are you guys coming back?
Yeah, let's just say you're on the payroll for a couple more hours, you know? We're just going to go, have a few conversations, get a bit of information, then we'll be back, and we can go from there.
All right. He looks towards Dust. Free medical. Life. Right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
We're on it. Cool. Yeah, we'll be here.
Absolutely.
They head down to the station.
That's just ethical.
They're
I
excited.
was gonna say,
about
I don't even think that's a deal. I feel like that's just what Dust would do anyway.
It was a very easy thing for me to offer.
Yeah. It's a big deal to them, though. You know, that's a hookup. That's great,
Yeah.
and that's their whole gang. You know, so that's like a hookup for them.
And their
but-
enemies.
And,
You know, I mean,
in a way, that's a hookup for y'all too, because you're taking care of the
Yeah.
streets. That's kind of cool. But yeah, they're into it. They're down there. They're posted up. They'll hang out there till you get back.
And
Sorry.
and Sixth Street will make sure that nobody will fuck with us, because if we're gone, they don't have the medical supply anymore.
Very true.
So,
those are the benefits of being a good person, Gato.
Shots fired.
Dust.
No, I don't mean that. I'm not, that's not what I'm going for.
You always need both, so that you've got a good balance. So, I think we work together perfectly.
Well, yeah, I hope so. That's fine.
Yin and yang, right?
Yeah, right.
Let's go to church.
Okay, so
That's right. He's running out of a church. Yeah.
so can I actually connect with that van with the interface plugs I have? Because I don't know whether
No,
every car.
this is a piece of shit
It's
van.
small.
This doesn't
Okay.
even have smart links or anything.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I only wanted to do that to freak out Scoop anyway. but
Perfect.
otherwise, I just drive normally.
That's fine. Yeah, no, y'all get in the van. You're posted up. Tiny Bigs are going to watch the station of equipment. Where are you headed? Fill me in on the plan. Are you guys trying to go to Piranhas or to Nightingale? I didn't catch that.
So the idea was to go to the Piranhas first to see if we can either, presumably if Hayes is there, then we can have a face-to-face confrontation or a conversation. And if they're not there, then, well, we can have a bit of a snoop around maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll go to their hangout.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys gather up in the van. You guys head over towards Little Europe. I'm going to bring up the map just for the sake of showing kind of where we're going.
What time will it be when we arrive?
It'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
late afternoon, early evening.
Should we bring pizza?
Where they are, the Ninja Turtles.
Who's
You have to
Raphael?
stop for pizza.
They could invite us.
Just a thought. I don't know. Just, you know, you show up empty. I don't know if we should show up empty-handed. That's
Because they're a party gang, bring pizza.
I'm indifferent to us taking pizza to them, but if we want to get pizza for us, I'm all in.
That's what I thought you were insinuating. Like, we're going to get hungry. So we're getting into the day.
Yeah, right.
That's funny. Well, on the
should
way
get
there,
something-
yeah.
We should get something to eat first before we go there.
You can do that. You guys can stop and grab some
get a
pizza.
bucket slice on the way.
Yeah, you can
Well,
get all
Grab
that.
takeout.
We would be in a bad mood if we are hungry, so
Yeah, whatever food you guys get, just everybody deduct like 10 eddies from your money. You guys get something to eat. Are you grabbing some extra pizza like Dust was wanting to do?
I am. I'm deducting 20 so that I can show up not empty-handed. I wasn't kidding. I think
Alright,
that's
cool.
a good.
Yeah, you
that's
guys-
just my move.
You have an extra
No.
pizza.
Yeah, nobody wants a hangry pixie when we go along for this meeting.
I just you know, guys. I think more flies with honey. I like to show up bearing gifts, and you know, and of all kinds of gifts. You know, the kind you want me to give you. And the kind you don't.
Speaking of gifts, you got some more of that, sniff dust?
No, you don't want any of this.
I do.
I just rattle off a bunch of chemical names and explain. Yeah, this actually just causes renal failure and internal hemorrhaging.
Okay.
Isn't that like normal synth coke?
It's like a
I'll
blood,
hand.
like snorting a blood swarm.
I'll hand a package of Sin Coke over to Pixie and tell her, this is what you know, how it works.
I laugh and I fist bump you. And I snort my Sith Coke.
Yeah, no, this is not that kind of a party. This is...
Oh, see, I feel like, telling... It's like, it's the forbidden synth coke now. It's like you being told you can't have it, so you want it more.
I honestly, I don't think it's... I just have it just in case. I have just tools. Just put tools in your pocket and see what they do. I don't have any plan for this at all.
Yeah.
Pizza, bad synth coke.
Better have fake Sin Coke and don't need it than need it and don't have it, right?
Well put. Yeah, and if you look to the map on Roll20, you'll see basically where the university kind of is on the edge of University District in South Night City. Leading into South Night City, like actually going into the combat zone, is kind of like Greek Row or whatever of the old university, where you'll see kind of like where they had the old frat houses. And it leads from the university going into the combat zone, not officially part of the university anymore. But these frat houses have either been abandoned, a couple have been bought out by like Neocorps, used as like warehouse storage. But one of them has been used as the Piranha's hangout. I'm going to bring up that image right here.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Yeah, and the Piranha's party house is basically on the edge of the combat zone in University, Alpha Kappa Lambda. And look,
I like they still fly the old stars and stripes out there.
Hey.
Like
and I've even got Lambda tattooed on the palm there. Has nothing to do with the fraternity. Has to do with 0 point energy and time travel. But yeah, there you go. You're at Alpha Kappa Lambda. As you pull up, it's very combat zone. Lots of abandoned vehicles on the sides of the roads. People kind of walking around, hanging out. Just what you'd expect from the combat zone. But this is kind of on the edge of University, so it's not like you're hearing like a lot of combat and shit like that right now. But everybody give me a perception.
Absolutely.
with pleasure.
Where is my perception? There it is.
And I'm rolling very poorly.
I've been getting
Pixie's
critical
had a
fails.
Coke and he's on it.
Pixie, have you rolled under 20 at all?
I weirdly have not. I swear I've not done something to this system.
I feel like she's a real life
that
netrunner
was
and has hacked us or something.
If that was Kodak who manipulated it so
Amazing.
that Pixie always rolls more than 20.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's all about checks and
really
balances.
good at this.
Because I always put Pixie gets high and I go low.
Hey, have we lost Greg?
yeah, we lost Greg for a moment. He's
We
back.
did.
All right.
There he
There
is.
he is.
It might be.
I don't know.
It might be Discord settings. You might have it set to where if it's idle or you don't move around on Discord, it boots you or does something weird. I don't know. I think I remember seeing a setting like that long ago when I first joined. And I know
Okay.
you don't typically do your video through Discord, so it might be that like you don't typically fuck with it. So, but yeah, those are some great perceptions. Obviously, Pixie dominating it, hitting what I was looking for. As you pull up,
Solo man.
everyone notices how I described it, except Pixie. What you notice is, the front door is open, and you notice that there's, out of the crowd that's walking around this part of the combat zone and area, right in front of this building, there's not a lot of people. Like, people have kind of cleared out from this building a bit, and you can see, like the next frat house over or abandoned building that's been turned into like a housing stack, we'll say. There's some people out front of there kind of like looking. One has his agent out, looks like he's filming or something. But you notice that, Pixie.
I say out loud to the group as we're driving up, I say, hey, looks like this place has been hit recently. People next door are watching out, filming. Doors open. Keep on high alert.
I don't know if this is a media-centric thing that I can perhaps tap into, because I just like to do some media stuff. Can I troll some of the networks just to see, like, if I pull out my agent to see if there's any like ongoing streams or anything relating to this building to see if we can find if anything's happened recently, whether it's video
Sure,
footage or any
yeah.
sort of talk.
Yeah, give me a library search unless you have something you want to suggest.
Oh, let's have a red hot look here.
Yeah, take a look.
You can use a +2.
Yeah, you guys have like 4 or
No.
5 +2s. They don't carry
No.
over to next session, so I would suggest start using them, you know? And
I'm going to use a +2 because I've got nothing in library search, so it's just going to be a straight roll. So let's go with a +2 on that one as well.
You've got a +2, and you've got a +2 for your agent, and you've got a +2 for this.
All right.
Well,
So +4.
yeah.
Let's do it.
yeah, +4, +2 plus your agent. You get a +2 using your agent for library search or whatever.
Yeah,
I
so
rolled very-
that's a 13.
Nice. Yeah, that's good enough that you at least find some, Greek row, old frat district part of South Night City combat zone, keywords and such. And you find on some garden patches, some people's pages, just a couple videos posted. One in particular looks like there's multiple videos, and it's, when you show the rest of the team, we'll say Pixie, since it's still playing off your amazing perception, you can tell that's actually coming from the angle of like those people, the one dude like with his agent out filming. It looks like maybe it came from that direction. But you see a couple videos, and it's like, the titles that you're seeing on these are like, holy shit, look what just went down. What the fuck is this? The next video, does anyone recognize this? These people, is this some type of corp hit or something? And people are commenting, oh shit. And when you watch the videos, you basically see some video of the front of this. You actually see a couple guys with piranha tattoos hanging out front, some music playing, they're like drinking, partying, going in and out. And then you see this black van pull up, and like 5 guys wearing all black, a couple with assault rifles, a couple of very heavy pistols, just armed up. You see all kinds of weaponry. They just hop out of the van, storm in there, very militant-like. People screaming, some of the piranhas fighting back. You see flashes, the video footage kind of dodging. Oh shit, you hear him, hit, oh what is this, and asking all the questions of what it is. The people in black go in, you hear gunfire, all this shit. They go out, hop in the van, and drive off.
And I'm assuming like it would be like grainy bad footage anyway, but there's nothing on the people that
no, it's fairly
would
clear.
they just be
It's
great. Is there
fairly
anything
clear.
about the uniforms?
All black. You can give me a perception check just to see if there's some other things you might
Any
notice.
identifying?
Yeah, other than that, the
Yeah.
timestamps on these videos, this shit literally just went down. Like,
We just missed it.
I mean, yeah, just fucking missed this. It's like, minutes away, maybe 10 minutes, we'll say,
Shit, there might be survivors.
That's a
inside.
19.
Pixie says,
Nice.
this is corporate. Come on.
Yeah, what you can tell, you're not seeing any logos. The van is unmarked, no plates, nothing like that. But amazing perception. Pixie's little knowledge, interjection, what she said. You can confirm that you totally agree. Like, this looks like some type of corp hit. Matching black suits, uniforms and shit. Like, it's not a booster gang. Looks like some type of hit.
So yeah, like Scoop, like as they're pulling in and Pixie's like relaying everything, that's when he whips out his agent, starts like popping in a couple of keywords, gets up this video, and shows the rest of the crew like, it's the fact that there's no logos, the fact that there's nothing at all means we're looking at some nasty fucking people here. I don't know if it looks like it's empty now, but this just happened.
Yeah. I mean,
We see them dragging bodies out of the house in this footage. Does the footage go that far?
No.
It's just the opening song.
It
drives
seems
off.
to cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went in.
Well, they
wreaked
leave in
havoc,
the
went
footage.
out. Yeah, they went in. They go back in the van. They leave. It's a hit,
All right.
straight up.
I mean,
I
I'd
say
like
two
to
thoughts.
check
They're
out.
headed.
I'd like to check out that place, but
Yeah.
I do not want to end up in one of those videos.
Well, I
I mean,
figured.
look,
they're
as
probably
far as
headed-
yeah, you go, Greg.
No, I was just gonna say they're probably. I don't really think they're probably headed for the clinic with Father John. I don't.
That's my next guess.
But I don't think we can beat him there.
No, but we can call them.
Yes, we can do that.
Well, let's do both things at once. We need to get in there and figure out what the fuck before anyone else turns up.
I'm just gonna call
at the
Mighty
moment.
Gale, since I'm supposed to be friends with her.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
call. She answers. Hey, what's up, Dust? Everything going smooth? Some of the Sixth Street dropped some shit off, but we haven't seen all of you or anything else. What's up?
I think you need to clear out the clinic, yourself and your patients, and especially all of your doctors, and disappear
What?
immediately.
Wait, what are you talking? What's up?
Like, I would not even respond. I would just start walking right now. And I'm going to roll persuasion.
Okay, yeah, give me a persuasion.
I rolled a 17.
Nice. Okay. You hear her kind of like talk to the back. Yeah, Dust's saying we need to get the fuck out like now. I believe him. Just shut it down. Let's get
And
out.
while she's, and I'm going to say, I'll explain as you are walking. I say,
Okay. You
we
hear a bunch of
are out-
commotion and shit, and like she's like, all right, yeah, I'm on the street. I'm walking. What's up? What the fuck?
You know, how did you find out about that train? Where did you get that info from?
I got the guy on the street. Usually gives me info. This dude Gunther.
Yeah.
Just street. One of my street hookups gives me info.
Have you seen Gunther since then?
No. He just hit me up this
Does Gunther
morning.
work?
Told me about this. Why? What's
Do
up?
you know,
I mean, he's
if
just
Gunther's
he's
affiliated with any gang?
no. He's independent. He's a fixer, and I mean, he's probably affiliated with all of them. You know, I don't know what's up. You're worrying me. What's going on?
I just rolled a critical success 29 with an outcome of 21 on human perception. Do I think she's lying to me?
No, 100% honest. You're feeling it.
So I'll just tell her the whole story then. We encountered some piranhas on the train station, and when we questioned them, they said that they expected to find you specifically there and kill you. And now we're at their house, and the whole place has been shot to pieces by some very heavy, very well outfitted, corporate-looking murder humans. We figure that the next place on their list would be you.
Oh.
And I believe you that you don't know anything about that or have any reason to know anything about that. But
Yeah, I mean,
but that's where we're
As
at.
a mutant,
none of that.
as a murder human, I defense that statement.
Do you prefer? We can
That's
discuss
fun.
your preferred nomenclature in a moment, Pixie.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
what's that?
put you on speaker in case anybody else has anything they want to add to this conversation.
Okay, yeah, she goes on speaker. None of that makes sense. We're walking. We're out of the clinic. If there's some type of hit, I have no idea. I've never fucked with the piranhas. I mean, aren't they a party gang? What the fuck is that? And then
Trauma team. Have you fucked with trauma team?
no. I mean, we're taking this
Well,
shit
we
from them,
did.
but
Yeah.
I mean,
Nightingale, think really clearly. What enemies do you have? You have to have some. Everyone does.
I have no idea. You know, we do good here in South Night City. Most of the gangs like us. Most of the people, we hook them up. I mean, this is fucked up. I have no idea.
You say you do good, so you doing good, who would that piss off?
I have no idea.
If you're giving out your services, who are you robbing? Sorry, who isn't making profit because of you?
I have no idea. I mean, we work out of the combat zone. There's really not much competition here. I don't know. But
that's
I'll
true.
tell you this: if there's, you know, some type of setup, a hit, something going on, you know, me and the father, we'll hit into reserves. I'll Dust. You know, I trust you. I'll hook you up. Everybody gets 1,000 eddies. Get to the bottom of this. Whatever hits on me, obviously, I need help.
Well, you better live so we can collect. So I would suggest that you lay low, and we will find you as soon as we think that it's clear.
Yeah, because either you've either pissed someone off or you stepped into something that you didn't realize was bigger than you thought it was. So
Yeah,
either way, we'll do what we can and we'll do what we do best. But that's all we got.
Yeah, I don't even know how they would even know I'm there. None of this makes sense. But yeah, please figure it out. I'm gonna lay low. Dust, you got my number. Gato, you got my number. Please keep me posted.
Rob, do I, as Gato, believe that if I tell her to go to that other place, that booster gang around where we thought about setting up our storage. If I send her there and tell them that I sent her, that they'll let her stay there for a few days.
Possibly. Anybody might agree to something like that. They might want payment or something in turn. Like I said, that gang is more of a criminal gang.
Violent.
They're kind of violent. You hook them up with weapons and things like you sell them, weapons and things. So I don't know. They're not good guy gangs like 6th Street typically is looked at somewhat.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit sketchy to you as a fixer.
Okay.
Am I right in remembering, though, that Father John is known himself for being a bit of a solo and a bit of an operator? So the chances are that he already has his own safe houses and places that they can disappear to.
Okay, then and I don't have to worry about that. Okay.
What was the name of her lead again? The street guy?
Gunther.
I'm asking her that.
Gunther.
How do we find Gunther, Nightingale?
He usually hangs out on the corner of Adelaide and 6th. He's posted up by a kibble cart there. He usually either calls me or I just go there and get info from him.
Yeah. You know where he lives? Does he live on? Is he on the street or does he have a place?
I have no idea. Anytime I deal with him, I just go over to 6th and Adelaide. He's usually posted up there all day, all night.
I'll ask around.
All right.
I'll ask around. Perhaps I find someone who knows him.
Yeah.
Let's first get into that building, look and see whether we find anything there. But
I think we need to cut this conversation short. Yeah.
But before we get in there, let's make sure that nobody gets a clear look at our face in case someone catches us on video.
Yeah, Pixie still on that amazing perception. You saw that guy. He's still filming. He's just like, oh shit. And there's like people gathered around him and stuff. Like people are still looking. Like I said, that shit went down like maybe 10, 15 minutes ago, if that.
Hey, Bodak, can you do any sort of block on any footage going at this time? Anything that can kind of fuck with it?
Just offer them this pizza and ask them to leave.
Yeah, I won't be able to do anything with their agents. I can shut down the lighting here, but that's going to be pretty obvious to anybody that's nearby.
Also, I think it's not that dark, so.
Yeah, it's middle. It's like mid afternoon.
Yeah.
It's late afternoon.
Does it look like could we swing the van around the back and kind of find like a back entrance so we're not just going straight in the front where people are filming?
Yeah. There's a back sort of access road that goes to like where garbage would pick up back in the day and shit. There's an access road behind.
Hey, why don't we just go behind? Maybe we can find a back door or something. That way we can just get in and out. People might know that our van is there, but they're not going to see our faces.
Yeah. And that's the most.
It's not even our van. It's a street van. We borrowed this.
That's right.
Yeah.
Poor Slav who owns that van, right? His license plate is fucked. Okay, yeah, you can do that. I won't even make you roll. There is an access road back there. You pull up. There's a couple homeless people camped out back there. You can see like some kind of tent setups going down the alley. But immediately behind this frat house, there's nobody. Obviously, this was run by the Piranhas. People weren't allowed to camp out back there. But there is a back door.
Okay.
It's closed.
Right.
Some windows too. A couple of them are boarded up.
Scoop will he'll jump out and just go straight for that back door and see if it's unlocked.
Grabbing your hand. Reminding you that this was a drug dealing gang that just got the pieces shot out of them. Somebody should check this for explosives.
He'll freeze midway. It's like, not a bad idea.
He's going to have a go at climbing up to the first floor, one of the windows that are up there.
Okay. Do you have any type of grapple?
Nobody has athletics, and he's fairly good at it.
Perfect. Yeah, give me that. And then Dust, you wanted to check the door. Is that what you were doing? You stopped Scoop. And
I think somebody should. I don't know if I can.
Well, you said that.
What's the role for that? Is it electronics and security tech?
I'll do a reveal conceal. Conceal reveal.
But he's going to say, like, give me a moment, and he's going to
Oh yeah, you climb the side of the
Across the
building.
building and jump and start spider climbing up the building.
Oh yeah, you spider climb those bricks and get up to that top window. Looking in to the window, like right when you get up to the top of the window, you see it's a bedroom. There's a bed. It looks like a guy and a girl, half naked on the bed, covered in blood. They look like they've been peppered with bullets. Blood splatter across the wall, leaving some on the window.
Yeah. I'll do a conceal reveal to make sure there's no alarms or anything on the window, but I very much doubt there will be.
Yeah, give me a roll. Nothing. Yeah. You can even see this window's unlocked.
Yeah, and then he'll open the window and climb through.
Sure. Yeah, you climb in. Yeah, like I said, body's there. Blood is still wet. There's some music blaring from downstairs that you can hear. I'll get a little bit of that music that you can hear through the wall playing. And what's everybody else doing?
Carefully and slowly, he's going to move his way down the stairs and go to the back door where they are. But obviously, just being careful as he's moving his way through, and then make sure that door is safe to let them in.
Yeah, as you go down, you come out the bedroom, and there's this long hallway with doors across. And as you're going by, you see they're open. There's like different people in rooms. You know, this one has like a couple of guys in it around a table. You can see some like synth coke spread out on the table and things, and they're both slumped over, just dripping blood. You get to the main stairwell, which goes down and splits into the main foyer area, like the front, in front of the front door, and you see where the front door is open. You see some like blood splatter on the side. There's a body laying there. A couple girls up against the wall, slumped over, just all bled out. And then you make your way back through what looks like a kitchen. And it looks like there's a couple of guys there on the floor. Just looks like they're shot up and bled out. And then there's the back door.
Yeah. So from this side, just make sure that there's nothing rigged to the door, and then I'll unlock it.
Yeah. You go to unlock it, and it's not even locked. You notice it's unlocked.
Yeah.
Seems like they were in the middle of a party, and you know.
And when it's open, I'll just say to these, I've not touched anything yet, but this looks like it's a pro job. Half of them are still laying in bed or sat at tables.
Yeah.
As Scoop steps through the door, he'll kind of tap his eye and he'll start his micro video. Just he wants to start recording everything they're seeing, just so they can go through it later.
Yeah, you're filming everything. You're in. What's Dust, Pixie, and Gato doing?
I was just gonna say, as I move through, I'm gonna be checking every apparent corpse for a pulse, just in case there's somebody here still hanging on.
Pixie, meanwhile, is checking every pocket for extra dust, as you will, and coin.
Sure. Give me a 1d10, and that'll be how many grams you find. And you can write that down. Dust, give me a luck check. Let's see if you're lucky enough to find a living person amongst this amazing hit job.
Right on.
What's Gato and what's Gato doing?
Yeah, checking the rooms and for anything that might be a clue or might be of worth or might be synth coke for Pixley.
Yeah, I think specifically, Scoop is going to be looking for kind of like their main base of operations, like the places they would keep kind of information or their main shit, to see if there's anything that's clearly been either taken or missed.
Okay, yeah. We'll say this, Gato, you find, give me a 1d20, and that'll be how many eddies you find, just on random bodies, a few bucks here and there. Other than that, you do find some weapons. I don't know if that interests you at all.
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll give you that. You find you find an average quality crossbow with 12 bolts. You find a couple heavy pistols with extra clips. A very heavy pistol that's poor quality with 2 magazines filled, 8 bullets each. And then that's all you find kind of on the bodies and weapons. You also find, we'll say a couple blades, like a couple knives, a crowbar, if that interests you, just on bodies. Just mostly a party gang.
Crowbar can be useful, so I'll take the crowbar with us because we've been searching for the crowbar this time and last time.
It's true.
Yep.
And you find some smash. There's like a keg, some cans, lots of alcohol around, some cheap bottles of booze around. I don't know if you guys want to take that, but that's there. Aside from that, Scoop going around filming. One thing that you found up on the top floor, what might have been like a master bedroom or an offset of the master bedroom, is a sort of office. And you see a guy slumped over this desk, just shots through the head. Looks like 2 shots in the head, just blood all over the desk running down. And then there's, his computer there.
Left everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I think as well, Scoop is going to keep his agent on the live stream of the people filming out front, just in case they pick up anyone else coming towards the house, so we can be on the ball.
Yeah. Also, Rob, I'll collect all agents that I can find.
Okay.
And Bodak is going around scanning the building, just looking for any architecture in here, and for any laptops or kind of computers.
I'll grab that laptop for you.
Yeah, and Gato, you find, we'll say, give me another 1d20, and that's how many agents you found on all these bodies. Almost everybody has an agent.
Yep.
And just make sure you write all these things down. Aside from that, in the room where what looks like the main leader guy with the 2 shots in the head on the desk with the computer or laptop, you also find on his desk Scrambler Descrambler.
Right. Okay.
We can confirm if this. Oh, that's weird.
Oh, we lost somebody.
No, somebody just joined.
Just in, Capricious Nature's just joined the channel.
Oh.
Oh.
He's like, I want to play. See, now I'm regretting I made him an admin. Look at that.
I'm gonna run conceal reveal in that office, looking for either a hidden safe or a hidden compartment or whatever. I did not roll tremendously well. I keep rolling 2s. It's like the 8th 2.
I'll jump in on that.
Yeah. What do you? Give me the roll. And what are you looking for?
I think if you jump in, we're looking for like anything that clearly. Because does it look like, even though people have been shot up, does it look like that it's been disturbed, as in everything that's been around there, or does it look like that? Does it look like the place has been rummaged and rampaged through, or that just that people were shot and then they kept going on?
That right?
Yeah. Not even going to make you do a perception of that. You can tell this looks like a professional hit. It looks like whoever came in there, they just were focused on kill people, get the fuck out. Like nothing.
And then get the fuck out.
Yeah, nothing's taken. Most are headshots.
Right.
And there's not a lot of blood dragging around. Like people were getting away during the process. It looks like it was just kill, get the fuck out.
Yeah, great. Okay. Yeah, so they weren't coming here to take anything or to look for stuff. It was just I don't know if there's really anything that we're going to be finding here of relevance besides, they were just here to get fucking shut up and then they left. This was quick in and out.
Yeah.
Take the computer with you.
Right.
So
most of the information is going to be digital.
Whether there's something on the computer, we'll have to check the agents of the people, especially the guy who is slumped over the desk.
Just take them all, and I can go through them where we're safe.
And also, I want to check whether I find, especially in that office, whether I find something like an old-fashioned notebook where he might have written something in it.
Yeah, give me a you give me a reveal and conceal. Did you give me one?
No.
Oh no, that was Dustin Scoop. Yeah, give me one. And while you're looking through the room, seeing if you can find like an old school notebook or something like that, Scoop, on that live feed that you're kind of monitoring from the people outside, you notice that the live feed that was kind of at a distance showing the house is actually like walking up towards the front door. It's kind of in the front yard, we'll say, like kind of where that flagpole is. And the guy who was filming is kind of selfie size, like, fuck it, I'm going in. Let's see what the fuck happened in there. I'm just gonna go in quick. I'm gonna get out. All right, let's go see. And he's like all excited, like talking to whoever's watching.
he'll chat through the edge. Hey, heads up, we got the asshole. He's coming through the front now, so we're about to have some company, and they're still live feeding.
I'll run toward the door, where, well, not toward the door itself, but toward the room that door leads in. I'll just take that poor quality, very heavy pistol and put a bullet not through the door, but just above the door, so that he hears the shot, that something goes in his direction.
Okay. Yeah, give me.
Hoping to scare him off.
Yeah. Roll your handgun. And you're not really aiming for something. You're aiming to. I just want to see if there's a critical fail here.
Yeah.
Some of these simple things, I'll make you roll, even though it's like kind of a given, just to see if there's a critical fail I can fuck with.
17.
Yeah, great. Yeah, no, you do exactly what you planned. You shoot that scoop. You see on the video as he's kind of coming up the stairs, and the shot goes off, and he's like, "Oh shit!" He's like, "Fuck, they're still in there! Oh shit!" And he just kind of like goes running off. You see the film.
Hey, Gator Tots, I think Pickle Dick got the message there, so good job.
Thank you, Uncle Scoop.
He's also gonna pick up that the scrambler descrambler and see if there's like any message that they had received or had decoded, or like if there's anything, because that, if I'm right, descrambles incoming messages as well.
Oh yeah. It's a way
so what is that?
to scramble, descramble, basically to communicate with anybody else that has one, and have it be encrypted.
Yeah. So, or maybe we can take that with us to see if there's anything we can gather from it as well.
Maybe we have the encryption key that we're using on that, right?
Yeah. And if we find that notebook, then maybe we can figure that out too. So I think, as well as the laptop in the room, he'll also pick up that descrambler, and that'll be the two things that Scoop takes.
Yeah, and Gato, you've had no luck. There's no notebooks or anything, or at least you've had no luck finding them. We'll say, you don't find anything.
I want to go look. I want to go see. Is there a basement in this building?
You find some old porno magazine stuffed under his mattress. What was that, Dust?
Great.
Even
Is
better.
there a basement to this building?
Any what?
A basement in this building.
Yeah, let's give it a basement. You find a door that leads down.
There won't be anything useful down there then, I guess.
Most of the shit I do is on the fly, so if anything's been good, it might still be. I usually do most of my shit on the fly. My notes are very outlined, so go for it.
I'm with you. I'm going to go down there.
Page.
I'm just looking around. I'm just trying to see. I would expect to find, maybe I'm mistaken about what these guys' deal is, but I would expect to find like a stockpile of cocaine, of synth coke, and money somewhere here. I mean, there's no sense in that going to waste. It's not a crushing motivation, but I mean, if these guys just blew everything up and left all the money behind, that might not be a bad thing to find.
Or to find like what they're, because these are a party gang, right? So what else are they dabbling in? Because clearly they've shifted and have started doing something fucked.
I rolled a 14 to search the basement. But,
Nice. Yeah, you when you go down to the basement, first thing you notice, is it's a big open basement. There is like a sort of long table where it's like looks like fold out tables lined up, and there's about 4 or 5 guys dead on the ground. Again, looks like headshots, couple body shots, but they're dead. Puddles of blood all down there. But across the table, looks like there's a shitload of synth coke that they were bagging into tiny little baggies, and you can do a 1d100 to see how many little 1 gram baggies you find.
Sure.
As Pixie gets
I have
excited.
to roll. I have to push from the 1d100. I guess I found 16.
What?
That's a shit roll. I've been rolling so
Yeah.
badly. Everything except for that phone call, I've just been rolling.
Well, you at least find 16 that are individually bagged.
Sure.
And then another, we'll say 5 hits worth in like a pile. I'll at least give you that.
Just
16
scoop it with your
grams.
hands.
He comes next to you and starts like shuffling the dust that's on the table that's loose into a big bag.
Did Bodak have any luck finding any type of network architecture?
Pixie, it's mingled with a lot in blood and brain and bits. And
No,
there's some bone. There's bone in there. I don't know if you really want to put that in your nose.
As if no one's had a little bit of blood.
Oh, sure.
Come on.
Sure. they're pathogens in people's brain matter, though. That if you ingest it that way, it could. It's It's fine. It's fine.
It's nothing worse than I've had before.
It's fine. Yeah.
Hey, how are we doing around the house here? Are we finding anything of value, or are we? I just don't know how much longer we want to be staying in here. You know.
There's no network or system, so I want to get out of here and start looking into these laptops as soon as possible.
Our next lead is Gunter.
Yeah. So then let's
Let's go see if we have to shoot him.
One question I would have too is like, if we knew Hayes' phone agent number, can we dial it, pick his out of the list, and then really quickly check his call history?
Well, and yeah, because that was Hayes that we found slumped on the top. Yeah, that's a pretty safe assumption.
Presumably.
Yeah.
But we had no.
Well, you might try to unlock his agent by using his fingerprint.
Yeah, I mean, you try using his fingers. Like I said, we'll get back in the van. I can sit and decode all of that stuff, but I don't want to sit here doing it in the house.
Yeah, in the house.
Take his hand. Do we need his hand?
I mean, we've been taking a lot of hands today. What's another one?
That's true. What's a third?
Yeah, sure.
I'm sure Pixie's ready to bring somebody.
If it's useful to bring Hayes' hand, I'll just lop it off and bring it.
Yeah. Don't upset Pixie though. She loves doing shit like that. I would let her do it.
I have a medical. I have a Lister knife. It's a medical grade thing. It's very different when I do it. It's okay if I do it. It's not good if it's a gun.
Yeah, I see Dust trying to do it all tactful with like his medical, tools and things, and Pixie just walks in and just chops it off with her monoblade or something.
He's already dead anyway.
Rips it off with her pure strength.
I move over and I push his hand down a little faster.
That was smart thinking, though. You take the hand, no roll to get into his agent. You're able to get in there. That was great thinking on Gato's part. And you jack everything and you get out. You're in the van, we'll say, to kind of go through it. Are you sitting in the van in the back alley? Are you heading somewhere? Fill me in. What's the plan?
I think we should head either to the RV or to that train station where we left the Sixth Streeters, so that they don't start thinking that we got shut up.
Yeah, we should probably relieve Little and Big so that.
Yeah. Train station.
But I'll sit in the back of the van and start
we're
playing
definitely
with
being
these.
followed, though. Shouldn't we change vehicles?
We should at least take off the number plates.
Yeah, have we? Yeah, let's do that.
I go around and I just tear off the plates.
I really think that Gunter, we want to get to him before. Well, whatever.
He runs.
Or he's offed, or whatever,
Yeah, as soon as we're at the train station, I'll try to make a few calls to see whether any one of my contacts knows him and where he can be if he's not at that place.
Great idea. That's awesome.
Okay, yeah, you go back to the train station, get down. Tiny and Biggs are there. Are you relieving them of their duty, or are they still hanging out?
I think they can.
Well, I brought them a pizza.
Oh yeah, right.
Okay,
It's
there
a
you
little
go.
cool now.
They're happy though. They're kind of cool. Like, hey, it's better than kibble. I'm down with that. They sit and eat and kind of hang out for a bit longer. Bodak's able to get into the agent using the hand, the dismembered hand, and just bypass the coding. And in there you do see it is Hayes' phone. I'll even allow maybe you double checked it, calling from that other girl's number that you've already hacked, right? And you call that name Hayes. And the agent rings, confirming that was Hayes' phone. Going through it, no perception. You're already in. You go through all the outgoing calls, incoming. You see that call coming from that girl's number that you called from, so it kind of connects them to the ones doing the hit, obviously. You also see some text messages that kind of confirm that, like, hey, did you get her? Did you finish the gig? That sort of stuff that you saw from her phone earlier. But other than that, not much else. Calls coming and going, messages coming and going, other gang members about parties, things like that, typical shit. The only thing that might stand out a little bit, there are a couple incoming, outgoing calls from blocked numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also hand over the laptop and the scrambler to Bodak. He hasn't, Scoop hasn't even opened the laptop yet to see if there's any sort of encryption or password, but he figures that's best left to the techie, to the netrunner.
And Bodak's going to obviously take a look at that. First of all, make sure there's no security measures on it that's going to bugger up the data on it, and then try to see if he can access the laptop.
Yeah, it's going to take an electric security check. It's fairly difficult, I'm going to say that. The alternative is there is an eye scanner, but you took a hand.
We took a hand. Yep. So,
facial recryption, we'll say. Yeah, you didn't take a face, you took a hand. So
He's got any selfies on his... No,
Yeah.
probably wouldn't work.
I mean, I do have cryptography, so I get any kind of synergy for cryptography.
I gotta say, I love how clever Dust is. Always coming up with a creative... I have a hard time not just giving it to you, because I love the ideas. But yeah, give me electronic security.
Yeah. So no synergy bonuses for cryptography or anything like that.
Oh, and you do have a plus... There's more +2s, just to remind you.
That's true.
Yeah.
We should use them.
We should definitely use them.
Not to meta and try to help the team too much, but I don't want to see chat neglected, because I love when they get involved and give them up, and I want to see them get used.
It's silly to forget the
I always forget that we have those +2s, so that's a good reminder.
We'll take that. So
yeah, you're in there. You pretty much have access to his entire laptop. Anything, imagine getting into someone's laptop. Where are you looking? What are you looking for? Just fill me in. But while you think about that, let me just take it back to Gato, because wasn't there something else Gato was planning on doing or something?
Making a call? Yeah.
What was it? I lost track, I'm sorry. So I'm just
I was going to call or message my contacts to find out whether they have got an idea where Gunther could be if he's not at the space where you normally find him.
Oh, okay.
Or if anyone heard of him.
Yeah, give me a 1d10 first. Let's just do a little rep
1d10?
thing. Yeah, a little rep check. And... Yeah,
10.
Yeah, you personally haven't really heard of Gunther or know him, but being on the rank that you are and knowing people around and in South Night City and working with like Nightingale and shit like that, like you do know he's a low-level fixer. Beneath your level, he's pretty much deals in information. Just because he's so low, like he just doesn't have the hookups to source things really. So he's just a low-level kind of information dealer fixer. You're able to at least find out that information, and your contacts do confirm. Yeah, most of the time people just go down to Adelaide and 6th. He's usually posted up at that corner near a kibble cart or something.
Yeah, okay. And no ideas where else he could be.
No, nobody really knows. It's like he's like always there, always hungry for work.
Also, while I'm doing that, if I'm hitting up a few other fixes, I'll try to I'll try to start setting up a night market with them, because I can do that in my level.
If you what? Oh, sorry, I missed that. What was that?
Also, while hitting up those contacts, I'll probably hit up a few other fixes, and as I'm level 5, I can set up a night market. So I'll start making arrangements with those guys.
Yeah. One of the fixers that you do have contact with, he's a higher level fixer than you, a couple ranks above you, but he's actually younger. Goes by Kid. You might have met him or heard of him before. He's made it on numerous streams that I run. He's kind of a scary character, kind of an asshole because he knows his shit and he's got all the hookups, but he is very cutthroat. But you do somewhat get along with him. He's all down with networking and setting up night markets. He hooks up fixers and shit and does that. But yeah, he just tells you, whenever you get done with the current gig or whatever, just hit me up. We'll hook it up.
Okay, right. We'll meet at the Smashers Awards, right? His joint.
Yeah. He usually runs like a weekend fight club sort of thing down at that club. What is it? Smashers or
something like that, right?
Yeah.
Or Slammers or something?
Slammers, that's what it is. Yeah, in South Night City. Slammers, thank you.
Glamours.
Yeah, they have like a built-in
Sounds
fighting
classy.
ring in the bottom level. But yeah, he has a fight thing there on weekends. He's like, yeah, when you get done with the gig, meet up with me there. We'll talk about setting up a night market or some shit. That sounds good.
Okay. Okay, so
So yeah, what's Bodak looking for in that laptop?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things I want to do. If we can track down a number for Gunther, which Nightingale has rang him before, so she's got his number. But I can then double check the phone to see whether his number appears on the Piranha's phone at all. And then on the laptop, I'm going to try and do a search for the most recently accessed or modified files.
Yeah, first thing you notice is you're able to track down Gunther's agent number. Whether hitting up Nightingale, doing some searching, like you said, it wouldn't be hard. You could get that number, and you do match it. It looks like he was communicating with Hayes. There's a couple incoming, outgoing calls. No messages, but you do see that they have called each other before. What else?
Just double check his voicemail, just see if by any chance there's any voicemails that Gunther may have left him.
No voicemails at all on his phone.
No worries. But yeah, on the laptops, I want to look at, say, most recently accessed and recently modified files, which is at least then going to make it a bit easier to try and narrow things down.
Yeah, you find like some scheduling that he had mapped out there, where he's like has lists of different parties and shit that they're throwing, different event stuff. Then you see a couple dates where it looks like they were gonna rob some pharmacy coming up in like a couple weeks, shit like that. Yeah, but not really anything, connecting to like a hit job or something like that. You don't see any references to Nightingale on his laptop or anything like that. If there's anything else specific, just let me know. But otherwise, you're not finding anything of importance, really.
Okay. So I'll relay to the team, obviously, the bit about the fact that Gunther and Hayes have been in phone conversation
okay.
a few times leading up to this.
So you have the phone number of Gunther.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can try to call him, see whether he is still alive.
Wouldn't it?
Well, I'm thinking we'd be better visiting him.
Yeah.
We already know he's been talking to Nightingale and the Piranhas. Do you want to ring him and tip him off?
Well, if we find him, we can go and see him first. If we don't find him, the second option would be calling him.
I think Goop specifically is very intrigued by this van and these people in black that have just stormed into the Piranha's hideout and has just gone for a professional hit, and he's intrigued as to whether anything to do with this potential corp or this MO has made its way onto the web and onto the networks, and so he's going to start trawling these networks for any rumor, whether off-base or credible, that he can kind of pick out. So I'm interested to finally use my role ability and see if I can hit up any potential rumors that have been sweeping the net.
Yeah, you start kind of putting the word out and seeing if you can gather up any rumors and things. What's everybody else doing? Is everybody were you calling or heading to Gunther or Nightingale? I heard like a few things mentioned. Everyone just fill me in on the plan while Scoop's doing a little bit of research.
For me, I think we need to go and visit Gunther. There's no point ringing him and tipping him off.
With that.
Okay.
Do we have a way to know where he's at? I mean, well, we do know that he hangs out on that corner, so we can just check that.
Yeah.
I think we're driving to that corner.
I'd first try to find him, and if we don't find him, then we can still call him.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that. You're heading over to Adelaide and 6th, the spot where he's normally posted up. And on your way there, Scoops makes some calls. And yeah, maybe Scoops, you didn't make any direct contacts yet. but you left a couple messages out. So you should hear back from somebody soon. Usually when you reach out to your couple contacts for rumors, it doesn't take any more than a handful of hours to a half a day. Usually it never takes more than a day for them to get back to you, whether they have something or not. So expect that call coming soon.
Yeah. Do I make a rumor check, or do I leave that passively with you?
Leave that passively with me for right now.
Cool.
Because ironically, I was going to kind of pull some of your rollability in, but you asked for it, which is even better for me. Better to role play that in. So expect that call coming. Something
awesome.
And I'm going to ask you about some who your contacts for rumors might be. You got a couple options, so just think about that. I would like to think either somebody's older, maybe from your time period, that's still kind of kicking it, or someone younger that's like a sibling of someone you used to know. And you do have two contacts, so feel free to have both of those as options. But think about that for when the call finally comes. Over to everybody. You're driving up to Adelaide in 6. As you pull up, it's as described and as you would think. You're making your way up, and you see a kibble cart on the side right there on the road, some dude kind of dealing out food, people coming and going, traffic, and you see a guy posted up on the corner, leaning up against the wall, very short, probably can't be any more than 5 feet tall, perfectly white hair, spiky, almost very old school Blade Runner look if you think of that hairstyle, but he's got a long black leather trench coat that's almost dragging the ground because of how short he is. But you basically see him posted up against the wall, and it looks like he's just on his agent right now looking down, fucking with it.
Is the kibble cart open at the minute?
Yeah, it's open. People are getting food and stuff.
Let me out of the van now. I'm just going to go and blend on the street.
Okay.
So at least if he does try to run or anything, I'm not with you. Okay. And then when I say that, his light tattoos are all going to change, and Bodak's hair is going to kind of grow into a big, bright, like pink neon mohawk, just because it stands out and it's different. And he's going to get out of the van and just walk down the street normally and go and buy some kibble.
Okay, what's everybody else doing? Is everybody going with?
Just go talk to him. Yeah. Bodak, you might walk with you?
Pixie's staying in the car. I've got my gun at my side. I'm ready if I need to get into action. Sure. Be in action. But I don't need to spook anybody.
Sure.
Scoop will jump a little bit down the road just so he can kind of cover if this guy does run in a different direction. He's kind of just got a bit of line of sight of the kibble cart, but also if anyone else, he's putting particular focus in seeing if anyone else is watching them or watching Gunther, and just giving himself a line of sight a little bit further away from the action.
Okay, yeah, if you're doing that, give me perception.
Yeah.
Side.
18.
Nice. Yeah, you don't see anybody that seems to be watching him or anything like that. It seems like a, I don't know, normal day in South Night City in this area.
Oh, he'll just pretend to be trolling on his agent, which he actually will use to kind of just scroll the net, but he'll just be keep himself away.
Cool.
Wants to make the first approach to Gunther.
Kind of Bodak, isn't it? If you're heading to the kibble cart.
No, I'm not speaking to him. I'm just blending in with the crowd.
In case he disappears. In case he tries to run.
Yeah.
And don't forget, we've got Hayes' agent. So somebody could ring him from Hayes' phone. Which would be a good way to see if it is actually him.
Yeah.
And to see what his reaction is when he sees Hayes' name appear.
Yeah. That's a really good idea.
That's true. We're not tipping him off because we're there as well. So if it does go south, we can always just grab him.
Yeah. So what exactly do we want to ask him? Whom he had contact with?
Where he got the info from? Where he got this info from?
The question is whether Hayes gave him the info and he passed it on to Nightingale, actually.
Exactly. And if he passed it on to Hayes, why did he do that? Who paid him to do that? Or
right. So
because what do we know? We know that Nightingale had the job knowing about the broken down train, and she got that through Gunther.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we could do is that, for example, Doc Dust and me, we walk along the street so that we pass him, and as soon as we pass him, Pixie can call him,
Sure.
and we can see whether he gets his agent.
Sure.
And
That's a good
if he
call.
gets his agent, we'll just start the conversation.
Sure.
Cool. So we got what is it? We got Dust and Gato going to initiate first contact if need be. Pixie's in
Right.
the van making the phone call. We've
Right.
got Bodak nearby having gone to the car to grab some food, and we have Scoop a bit further away if he does try to run in a different direction.
Right.
Yep.
So we've got both directions covered. We've got the third direction covered by Doc Dust and me, and we've got Pixie
Making the call.
to beat him up if he gets to run away, and to make the call to make sure that that it's really him.
Cool.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm just amused that you guys have put the least social person on the phone call.
Well, the only
Yes.
part of it is the
I know. I love how
situation.
everyone is going out to be by in case they have to get physical, and then the one extremely physical solo is the one doing the phone call, hiding in the van. That's crazy.
That's exactly it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Perfect plan. What could go wrong?
but Rob, it makes perfect sense, because if we send Pixie there first, there's nobody to talk to anymore.
She'll just kill
afterwards.
him. Face it, she's just gonna kill
Yeah.
him.
There's nothing left to talk to anymore. And
Right.
Doc Dust might be able to heal everything that's still alive.
Okay.
If he's just grounded meat, there's nothing left.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that. You're posted up, Bodak's at the cart. Dust, Gato kind of tactfully hanging out nearby or walking by slowly as Scoop's watching, still not seeing anything out of the ordinary. Pixie makes the call. You see Gunther on his phone. All of a sudden, the phone going, and he just picks it up and answers like, "Oh, hello, it's Gunther. Did you do the job? Is everything good?"
I
Hello?
say, who hired you to get the job out?
What? He hangs up the agent. He starts looking around. Oh shit! Oh shit!
We're standing right next to
He
him.
starts to go.
We're standing right next to him, or right in front of him. So
Hey, Gunther.
yeah, well,
How you doing?
Yeah, he hangs up and goes trying to run off the phone. You see him panic from that phone call. You're not sure what Pixie said, but he's like, "What?" And he hangs up, and you see him just kind of put the phone, and he goes to try to run off. He's running past the kibble cart, trying to pass.
Rob, if he tries to run off, as we are very close, I'll just try to grab him.
Yeah, I'm with you. We're just gonna lunge for him and hold him.
Yeah,
I'll just try to
everybody give me a grapple.
him.
Yeah, whoever has the
Brawling,
better
right?
yeah, the better
That's
brawling
brawling,
go
yeah.
first. The other will be the assist.
Oh, shit. Sorry. With plus
And I'll-
twos all around.
Yeah, they're like we used
Oh.
2 or 3 of those, so they're like 15 plus 2s around.
Don't even need it.
Roll
It's
critical success.
it's contested, and Dust
Yeah.
just wraps him up in like a little headlock, arm lock, or however you want to describe it as he's going by. He didn't even see it coming. And the second you wrap him up, he can't get out of it. He tries, but he's just, oh, this shit. He's like, oh, I did everything I was told. I told Nightingale to go get it done. I did everything. Gunther, okay. He did everything he was told. I did everything. I told them go. I put the hit. They went to go take her out. Gunther did what he was told. And we'll end the session right there.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Perfect, man.
Yeah, and I want to leave it on that little cliffhanger, as well as I want to give a shout out to Capricious Nature and his Nomad team for being patient. Their stream is coming up next, so everybody watching, make sure you hang out for just about 20 minutes or so as we get the new stream set up and title and all that, and then make sure you watch GM Capricious Nature run his team of Nomads. It's a great campaign that's going to be starting here soon.
I was missing that last time.
Oh yeah. Before we sign out, though, I do want to just go around the table, let everyone, tell people where they can find you online, give your little plug. Let's start it off, Sean.
Yeah, so number one, if you want to check out what I do on all your great podcatchers, check out Roll to Cast, ROLE. Also, if you check out Baby Beard Media on YouTube, we do daily Let's Plays, and we're currently going through The Witcher. Both Ellen and Phil, who are both working on with Rob, on the Sirenscape Cyberpunk RED stream, so they're going through The Witcher. Otherwise, myself at Sean Means John. It's been awesome. Hopefully, we can do this next month.
Oh yeah, I'm having a blast. I really enjoy this team.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I love all my streaming teams and stuff right now. It's like everyone is so fucking creative. Like I love the way that you guys come up with these ideas, the different angles of thinking about it. It's keeping me on my toes, and I'm having a blast. I'm able to just come up with things on the fly, and it's a lot of fun. I didn't expect you all to jack the train. There's a lot of things I didn't expect, but I'm fucking loving it. So good, so good. Yeah, Tarabella.
You ever see the Italian Job, man? You gotta take the whole thing.
I know, I love it.
All right, I'm Tarabella Pondsmith. I am on Facebook, and you can find me there posting pictures of my puppy.
Hell yeah.
Pupper.
Cutest puppy ever.
Hell yeah. Roten.
I'm Roten, Renegade 0420. That's how you find me about anywhere. Part of Cyberpunk Uncensored for a while now, and that's about it.
Yep. Helping us run the Discord. Everybody join the Cyberpunk Uncensored Discord. You'll find us all there. Steve.
Hi everybody, I'm Steve. I'm Community and Content Manager for Sirenscape, making all the cool sounds that you can hear right now. So you can find me anywhere where you see Sirenscape, or you can find me on Twitter under Caldeth.
Had to add some Sirenscape cheering there. Yeah, Greg.
I'm Greg. You'll find me on YouTube at How to Drink. I'm on Twitter at How to Drink, Instagram at How to Drink. I'm on Twitch, though, at Greg from HTD.
And now I'm confused. Now I'm fucking confused.
I know. It's very confusing. And my URL, because the guy who had How to Drink wouldn't sell to me for less than $30,000. And this is like many years ago when I was launching my show. This is How to Drink, because fuck that guy. So if you ever want to get me on email, it's info@thishowtodrink.com.
Nice.
Also, you got H2D2, right?
We have a second channel, but I mean, I haven't uploaded because it's a feeder from my streams. So I haven't been live streaming, so there's nothing new on H2D2 at the moment either. So I have no business promoting anything.
Well, you're over here. You're live streaming with us.
I'm over here.
You have a home. You're right here.
I'm here. You find me here.
And I'm Rob Mulligan.
At home watching Columbo.
Exactly. I love Columbo.
Fuck you.
Remember my body with you, man. But yeah, I'm Rob Mulligan, the founder of Cyberpunk Uncensored. I'd appreciate a subscribe, a follow here on Twitch, also on YouTube. I want to give a shout out to my supporters on Patreon, all the ones that opted in for the shout out and above: William Huddleston, Naomi Mad, Last Leaded Coffee, Michael Edmonds, aka Kira, Chris Anderson, Dolan Pondsmith, another Pondsmith, Steve Barr right here, Sirenscape shout out, Matt James, aka GM Reservoir Panda, Revolver Gray, Samurai Mac, Jorge, Zach, our very own Capricious Nature, who's going to be streaming in just a moment with his Nomad campaign, Roten, aka Renegade 420, who I think we all know as Gato, Raven, who is part of our YouTube channel membership. I really appreciate that. Andy Stretton, who's also from over there, Charles Fodel, Kevin Moreno, Rufio, Rayan, and Jamie Muinch. I'm hoping I'm getting that last name right. Just correct me. Hit me up. Let me know if I'm butchering names. I might fix it. I might butcher it more just for fun. We'll see what the fuck happens. All right, that being said, we're going to do this stream every month. It is a floating date, so just subscribe, follow, stay tuned, look for the promos, and join us again next time. Don't anybody go anywhere. Capricious Nature and his team of Nomads are coming up next. See you next time.
Thanks all.
Bye guys, thanks for the great Awesome, Rob. It's great to play with you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, we're good. I'm just doing the outro video. Yeah, thanks so much.